one luck card.
Alright, gang. Let me actually adjust this. Sorry.
Actually, a luck card.
There we go. Alright, gang. Welcome to the world of Harthron. I'm your host, storyteller, and Dungeon Master Bilbo. This is our 46th episode of Grey Guardians. So, one quick announcement before we get started here. We are partnering with Extra Life, which raises money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. We'll be playing Dungeons & Dragons for at least 14 hours live, streaming here on Twitch on November 4th. We'll be playing The Curse of Strahd. Our goal is to raise at least $100, and it will be for the Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare here in Minnesota. My 3-year-old grandson actually was a patient there when he needed surgery, when he was just probably, I think, 2 or 1 to, yeah, I think right when he was right at 1 becoming 2, I think. We have a link here on this page, on our information page here on Twitch. We also have a link on our YouTube channel as well once we post this video later tonight. And we are also part of the Dungeons & Dragons team. So you can go out and donate right now. Donations have been gathering. Right now, for every $100 we raise, we will continue playing for another hour. And JD, who actually plays Mardor in this game, said if we raise $100, he's going to donate $100 himself, which is cool. So, let's start the scene for the Grey Guardians. The group is surrounding Fumo, asking him questions about his dream. Their faces show ranges of emotion: relief, anger, worry. It seems like it's been months since the Grey Guardians have had a restful night in a safe place. Their quest to save the Dwarven Centerhold from Orc Warlord Grimnox has been on the heads of the Grey Guardians for a long time. But what does the dream of Fumo's mean? Who has the green gem? Is Grimnox or Graven's dead? Is there a threat? Is the threat over for Centerhold? What about Rhia, son Marcos, who seems dead in the dream? How much time do they have to assist before they need to get to Anlin to evacuate the remaining citizens? They have been successful over months dealing with Jezebel, the Khan, taking these gems, getting them to who they thought they needed to go to, except this one green gem, this mystery gem. They have no idea other than it sucked the souls and the lives out of some of their comrades. So, Fumo, would you like to share your dream again for our viewers and your party?
Well, first, Fumo, wakes up and makes an effort to try and find Vega. Vega, I need to talk to you.
Hey, what's happening?
Well, before we do anything, he grabs you and plants a big, long smooch on you. And says,
alright, that's fine. I'll go along with that.
I did a ritual last night, which is why I wanted the good stuff, and
was it your normal ritual where you tell everybody not to listen for a few?
No, this one involves talking with Nuthar.
Oh.
And either he or one of his angels guided me on a really creepy return to the mountain, where there's many dead orcs, many more than we killed, many of them that have been turned into those bags of flesh. And Marcos, in his cage, slumped over and dead. And the only creature I saw that may be alive in there was a golem that made to look like an orc, but about as big as the one that we came along with us, guarding Marcos's body. And I just had a sense that things were very, very wrong. I did see that you know, the body of Talcum was there, and it did not seem to be the same as the other dead, but many of those dead must have been sucked into the gem, and I didn't see
Did you see the golem that we brought?
I saw his remains, or its remains, in the pool, but I didn't see Grabins or Grimnox or their bodies. But lots of lightning charred in various areas that made it seem like Grabins must have been fighting for his life even after we left. So, and I know that, you know, I saw these things, but then as the dream sort of faded, a voice spoke very clearly, saying that the balance of power has shifted, and that I need to be very careful and not die in there. I don't know if...
What is it? What does the power of balance shifted mean to you?
Something more than that gem, I think. Either who has it, or what it does, or something is greater than we thought. So, I don't know what else to tell you, but I'm scared for us, and I don't know what we're gonna find there. I do know where Marcos's body does lie to the right.
Told Garther we should have got him right.
Yeah.
Of course, I was guessing, but let's go find Garther. Let's keep this between ourselves for now. Let's get Garther in on the information, and Mardor too.
Okay, I think that's good, but
We might want to think about how much we want to share with the dwarves right away.
yeah, because I don't think marching them. I mean, I saw no orcs anywhere alive.
Yeah, we might want to reduce the number we bring with us substantially. Let's go find Garther so we can get other opinions.
Yeah. Let's do. So I'll go and
go to
lead
his
my
room.
way, find Garther.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys remember the place you guys were staying at when you visited here last, is they have this building, this house, a guest for the king's friends and so on. So you guys are there. So once again, you have your rooms. You all had individual rooms. There's one big open area that you guys can all meet in. So you know where Garther's room is and stuff. You want to just wake up.
We'll
Garther.
bring in. Yeah, we'll grab Garther.
Mardor.
We'll grab Babe-Mar.
Okay.
Mardor.
All right.
We'll probably not grab Flamesor unless he notices that we're gathering and pops his head out.
Shit.
What'd you roll, man?
I rolled a 7.
You're sleeping. Till they wake you up, you're sleeping. All right, so you guys meet in the common area.
I mentioned again. I say, I put some money into making sure that I did this ritual, and this is what I saw. But I prayed to Uthar to guide us in this, what we're doing now, and it was unequivocal that he said it's a change in balance. Balance is off, and the grave warning to not die. No, balance
Somebody.
meaning
Grimnox.
Grimnox is not part of the balance.
Grimnox
in
has
any real
nothing to
way.
do with the balance. I think greater power came out of the gem than
Maybe.
expected.
I think, yeah, Marty's asking a different question. No, I think he's saying, do we think Sanderhold is safe? I think that's what he's pointing out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At least safe from Grimnox. Then we must turn our attention to whatever this greater evil is.
I don't know.
We think that Grimnox is no longer an issue.
Grimnox will not be a threat once we go in there and bring Rhea's son out.
Right. So we definitely need to go in. I think the question is, how many dwarves do we bring with?
Bring any. There's no
Well,
enemies. We're just going in and recovering a body and investigating.
50 to 100.
Well, there's a bunch of things to figure out. So, one, will the portal even open? If she has a sense that her son is dead,
Nothing to figure out there. It will or it won't.
it will or it won't. But
And if the portal doesn't open, we need to find a way to contact her and tell her, hey, we need to get in there and bring your son back.
right.
We arranged a way to talk to her.
Yep.
So, but then the other thing is, if we go in there and we get her son, but what do we find that's there that's you know?
Possibly my hammer. My hammer could tell me a lot.
Wait, did you lose your hammer back there?
It's still there.
Oh, you left it there?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Well, let's get back there.
Just
So, did we already miss the time we had told Nix to go out, or Nex to go out?
No,
I
not
think we
yet.
told him.
You're 10 hours. You got a couple hours before it opens.
I think he was going to go stand on the ledge to get any other thing at dawn or something. Is that right?
That was the idea. Either dusk or dawn, go up in case they needed to give a message. So, but the time of day
That would be open.
unknown right now.
Yeah, that's
so,
unknown.
So I went out, nothing happened, came back in, maybe.
Wait, is it dawn yet?
Yeah, it's done.
So we missed that then.
You think so?
Okay. Garther, I think we just leave it to you, however many dwarves you want to risk. But just assume anyone who comes with could be killed.
Yep. I'll go talk to the king.
Okay.
I'll go with, unless he doesn't want me.
No, that's fine. You can come with.
Okay.
I'd ask Vega before we go. Like we're going around the walk. Do we want to tell him about what happened?
I don't know. There's still a threat from Rhia, potentially, so they should still lend aid.
So when you guys open the doors to where you guys are staying, you see, and it's open aisle, hundreds of dwarves at attention at both sides, and where the doorway is clear for you guys to go down a path, and you'll see Ruin Host and Battleheart there. They're kind of down at the end of this formation, but yeah, when you guys come out the door, you two open the door, they all go to attention. All these dwarves, and yeah, you think there's probably at least 400 dwarves, all in armor, various weapons, put away or their axes down, stiff, and they're ready for battle.
Alright, we walk all the way down to Ruin House.
Maybe we stage it. Bring 50, say, all right, then we're going to call for the next 100.
Yeah.
Right?
Better keep them back and have them guard that.
Yeah, so you two step out. You guys see this because they open the door, and you see this clearly. Baidmar and Mardor and Fumo see this.
Oh, he just skulks away.
Just
I get up pissed, dude. I'm gone.
just step back down. I'm gonna go to my room.
Mardar just shakes his head and goes back inside.
We go to Ruin House and Battleheart
Okay.
and ask them for a private room. Can we meet for a second to go over the battle plan?
Sure. They just start. We can go back to your place.
All right.
So they'll walk in there with you?
My friend here has had a vision of the battle to come, and there is possibly no battle to come.
And the battle heart goes, what do you mean no battle to come?
There seems to have been a power struggle in the cave, and when we left, we ended up leaving a gem behind, and that gem may have caused some harm to the orcs.
What do you mean some harm?
And dwindled their numbers down.
How do you know this?
My colleague here has had a vision from Nuthar of what is to come. And so what we ask is only...
Runehost goes, Nuthar is a silent god. What do you mean?
We just asked to...
What do you mean, Fumo?
I worship Nuthar. And Nuthar has many Fae with many powers of observation. And I was guided in a dream through the tunnels that we have come to see the body of the giant slumped over and dead, guarded by a golem, which we have yet to see, but a golem in the shape of an orc. And upon going through this dream, through our path of dead orcs that we had killed, came to the great hall where Grimnox had been. And there were many, many, many more dead orcs than we had slain, and giant. And they had been slain in a way that we have seen. The bodies of our friends sucked into this gem, leaving only a sack of flesh. And they were slain in the same manner. And whoever it was that guided me through this dream warned that the balance of power has now shifted greatly, and that to be very careful here and not die in this realm. So we do not know what that means, but we do not want to risk the lives and souls of as many soldiers as you have here unless we can get in there and find out what's there. We may stage, have everybody at the ready and bring in another 100 or 200 if we encounter the orcs and not some other power. But if it's, soul-sucking undead or something, what are our troops going to do against that?
Yeah, not
Can
anything.
you scry outside on the mountain?
I can. I've been Runehost. This is Runehost. I've been outside the mountain. I've never been inside the mountain, but I've been outside it, near it, at least a vision of it. So I could scry.
If you could scry the numbers and see if there's maybe there's more going on outside. Are the orcs still camped as
I've been there myself. I could maybe scry. There's also a chance that the protections of Grumsh have fallen if enough orcs have died there, or if another powerful force has taken over.
That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. It's possible, because it has been protected, as I'm sure you know, Runehouse, but I may have fallen.
Yeah, we can. You and I can go scry again. This right away before this portal opens, correct? Because that should be opening up here in an hour or so.
Yeah, let's go right away then, I guess.
Okay. So he'll bring Runehouse and Vega will leave. Battleheart will stay with Fumo and the rest of and Garther and the rest of the group here. So.
Good. So.
All right, and then by now, Flamezor and Slosh, they'll wake on up and come out as well. So, yeah, let me do this here.
As you see.
Vega, roll a d20 for me.
Alright. Okay, natural 20.
All right, there you go.
Nice.
All right.
Amazing.
All right. So yeah. So you're able to scry. You just automatically just kind of just go right inside the cave where the battle occurred, and so you see a lot of orcs, a lot more than what you guys have killed, laying about dead. You see Talcum there on the ground. You see the stone golem of Rhia's slumped over in the pit of blood. That is still going on. It hasn't stopped. But you don't see anybody that's walking around inside this cave at all. So you can go ahead and ask questions.
Do the bodies all look identical to what we saw with our friends?
No, they don't. So the ones further back, that doesn't seem the case at all. It actually only seems to be really on the one side where Garther was fighting. That's the side where you see some of those bodies. They look like husks. But on the left side, they just seem to be fallen and dead. So there's a lot of bodies, like I said, way more than what you guys killed. But there's probably...
On the left side, what signs of injury do we see?
It's you can see signs of probably burns and char marks on their bodies, and then others you can't identify at all.
Okay, and so I'm gonna go up to the waterfall. Do I see Grimnox's body?
No.
All right. Do I see Graven's body?
No.
Do I see the dead sister?
Yeah, but her body is husk.
It's husk, okay.
Yeah, and even like the ogres that were up there fighting, those are husks. So really anything that seemed to be over in that location, they all seem to be husks. Versus the other side where it's just fallen soldiers, fallen orcs, a fallen giant, a couple of ogres.
Can I see the Hammer of Doom, Garther?
Yeah, so you scan around, and because of your natural 20, you do find it laying there on the floor.
All right, I'll be sure to tell him it's missing. And can I? I'll try to change my view back to the T. I don't know if I'll be allowed to go beyond where I haven't been myself, but I'm going to try to go towards where I think Marcos is.
Yeah, you basically go to the T, see down the hall a little bit, but you can't.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Right. Is the dragon body still there, and any signs of change to it?
The dragon body is still there, and there does not seem to be any change to it. As well as if you go back to where you float back to where you killed those initial orcs that were guarding.
Yes.
Same thing. Their bodies are there. There's no change to them.
Okay. And I guess nobody's alive there. So there's no there's no eyes of Grumsh glowing, but there's no one alive for them to glow on anyway. So.
Correct.
Okay. All right, I think that's all I can think of quick. And no signs of motion or anything.
No.
All right, and then I guess the trap. Is the trap moving? Visible down?
It is. Yeah, the big rolling pin is set up atop.
Okay. And any signs of motion or change from those areas? Any evidence anyone came back that way, or?
No.
All right. So whatever happened, they just fleed. And then I'll turn it over to Runehouse and ask him if he can see the outside of the mountain because I've never been there.
Yeah. So he'll go into scrying into the trance, into his gem there, and and he'll take a couple minutes and he'll come out and he'll say that it looks like the orcs are fleeing down the mountain. I think many of them have probably fled, but it looks like all the orc army is actually seems to be leaving in a very haste.
Are they dispersed, or are they still in a big mass?
It's hard. There's so many. There's thousands of them, so I can't tell you. If it's dispersed in the sense, are they heading here, or they're just. But they seem to definitely be fleeing off the top of the mountain.
And the direction they're heading is this way, correct?
That's not necessarily true. They could just be heading off the mountain. It's too hard to tell. There's just so many of them. Right now, I will keep an eye on this, but right now I can't tell if they're heading here or they're just heading down the mountain.
Okay. All right, I think we're good. I'll scoot back
Okay.
to report, and I can't think of anything else to ask or think of.
Yeah, Ruin Host, he says he's going to stay here and kind of keep
keep an eye on.
keep
Okay.
an eye
Makes sense.
on the orcs here.
Okay. Thanks, Ren. I'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
So she'll leave
Yeah.
and scoot back. And so everything in Fumo's dream was just same thing I saw in the crystal ball. Garther, you'll be happy to hear your hammer's still there.
There we go.
It looks like whatever happened mostly happened on the right side. Everything on the right side was a husk. Everything on the left side was just dead. There were hundreds of orcs, far more than we'd killed. Everything on the left seemed to have been killed either by means I couldn't discern or through fire. There were signs on the wall, just like you said, Fumo, of arcing. So Grimnox stuck around for a while, or Graven stuck around for a while, trying to fight off whatever it was. Neither of the two mains are dead, or at least when their bodies weren't there. The caster was still there and turned into a husk, which she's at least taken care of. And Runehouse cried on the side of the mountain, and the orcs are fleeing in mass. It seems somewhat disorganized, but hard to tell.
It's hard to know if that's a good or a bad sign.
Well, I think we better get our asses in place and be ready with
Yeah.
50 or 100.
I think we should bring some donkeys too.
We need something that can pull Marcos.
Well, sometimes when you're doing spells and you don't want to risk sending yourself, you send like a little animal and you say, "Sorry, little animal." That's more what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Battleheart is there. He says, yeah, we can have, how many donkeys do you want? 3, 4? What do you want?
Yeah, something like that.
5.
Or something smaller, whatever we think, whatever animal we
We
think.
have bled.
Four donkeys.
Okay.
Can you give me an hour to cast to raise Marcos from the dead? We can walk out on
30
his own.
dwarves and
We're not going to stay
5
there for an hour.
engineers for the rolling bow.
How long is the portal going to be open?
I don't know,
So
but
what-
we're going to
What was
go
that? How
get the
many?
bodies and bring them
30
back. I already
dwarves
asked for a litter to drag those
and-
things back.
All right.
5 engineers.
So 30 dwarves. So 30 dwarven
If
warriors
that golem is standing there next to
and 5
the
engineers.
other thing we want to ensure
And
that
then
his soul
keep
isn't
200
trapped
on standby,
in that
right?
hole.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll have the
Well,
army.
we'll
on
probably have
standby.
to destroy the
They also
golem.
need,
Golems
whatever that
Souls
thing they were
Spartan.
going to bring
Unless there's a spell.
to grab the gem if
grab
we're,
the gem.
if we're able to grab it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Your mechanical being.
He belongs to Ruin House.
Bring it along.
Vega, can you go talk to Ruin House again? Sorry.
We didn't see the gem.
We may
right?
need Runos to come with.
No, you didn't see the gem.
You want me to see if we can bring the mechanical piece?
Without him, or if he wants to, if he can bring him along with him.
I mean, I don't think they should risk Runehouse, but I'll go talk to them.
Yeah.
They need to keep you need to keep your strongest powers here. So I'll go back, Bill,
All right.
and say Garther's requesting a mechanical creature, which I don't know what you have, and it's not my business, but to come with us. I don't know if it has to be under your control or if you can convey it as Rhia did.
He has to be under my command.
Okay.
I mean it would be very simple commands. I mean, if he went with, it would purely, I'd have to give him very specific instructions.
Okay. And it couldn't be listen to Vega?
No.
Okay. Those are good instructions for anyone, by the way.
It'd be
Yeah.
listen to Crazy Lady.
This one doesn't work that way. Like some
I understand. Brunhouse, since I'm back here, let me ask you this. It seems wise at this point that we should destroy the portal on... Is this Mount... can you remind me the name of the mountain we're going to?
Yep.
Mount
Avlana.
Avlana? That's what I was trying to say, thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Is that right?
I'll just get to it one sec, but probably.
Yeah.
This thing, the new group is gonna have to find the giant.
Yeah, I got it here. It is Avlana.
Okay.
I think we want to destroy the portal on that side, so there's no chance whatever entity this is could use it to go anywhere, or that Rhia could be leveraged again.
Well, the problem is, Runhos say destroying it, you're going to have somebody trapped on that end.
I know, but let's first think about how we could destroy it, or tell me if you know how to destroy it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you take out it, you know, if this thing has some sort of control panel or whatever, or take out some of the rocks. I mean, that's what our engineers are going to do once you guys come back, is get rid of this one.
Right, of course.
You may
So
want
physically,
this one.
physically destroy it. Wood
No,
flames
we
or
don't
sunlight.
want this one.
From here to other places.
We don't have any control over it.
From
You're not there. This is Ruin Host.
Oh,
talking.
Yeah, he's not
Sure.
there. Would flames or a sunblade be able to make quick work of it? Or would it still take a while?
Could still take a while. I mean,
Bill,
really.
can you remind me, when we went through, did we see another portal to the left of the one we came through, or was that one destroyed?
What do you mean?
At Mount Avlana, when we went through, I thought you mentioned there was a second portal that was semi-destroyed or something like that.
The control panel was destroyed.
Okay, gotcha. So the control panel just means you have to just stand in front of it and let someone else take charge.
Yeah, correct.
But it could still be used, and the control panel could still be fixed in theory.
In theory, yeah, Ruin House would say in theory it could be repaired if they know what they're doing, but they, you know,
In theory,
time.
could we have... No, not either.
So, I mean,
What's your advice?
the good sign is if Grabins couldn't repair it himself and needed Rhia for all of this, I mean, that's at least a good indicator that can't do it. The problem is, once again, yeah, you're leaving somebody on that side to try to destroy it. It would take a lot. It's not that they're not that easy to destroy. Usually, it's some sort of spellcaster, you know, with something like a meteor swarm or you know something to destroy the earth, disintegration, that kind of stuff. So I mean, that's what I did. You know, with our teleportation circles, I just disintegrated the area. So it would take something like that.
Okay.
We never had a portal here. I know about them, but
Did you take the fact that we can scry on that mountain that Grumsh's control or interest is faded in that area?
it probably has, or at least the protection eye of Grumsh has probably, you know, has moved with his orc army, but I could see them too a little bit, so maybe it is wearing off in that place where no one could scry before. So,
Right.
what are you doing, man? Okay, stop. Sit up.
Okay. Alright, I'll return. Failed on all points. So Garther, there's no way you can't pass control to me. And I also inquired extensively about destroying the portal on that side.
What if we just have the dwarves destroy the hallway leading up to that portal?
You mean on this side?
On their side. Like, so when we go through to the mountain, you know, after we got past the bowling ball.
I think it's really more like a rolling pin, but go ahead.
Yeah. After we got past that, we could have the dwarves start destroying that on our way back.
Well, I was saying, you know,
They
the priest
can't
said
destroy it until we use it.
No, I'm not talking about the portal, I'm talking about the hallway.
Right. So I was saying that one of the things that we could do maybe is if their priest can come with just long enough for our retreat when we leave to put a wall at the corridor where the T is and do a good job of making it look like original.
Yeah, cause
It can be walled off,
She's gonna do it before.
but I think the safest thing is to destroy the whole thing, but
I think we'll just
how are we gonna get out of there if
we'll bring the healer with. That makes sense. She's already gonna do it.
we don't call her up until we know it's
It's
time?
safe, yeah.
You know, they come to that first room, wait.
I think we're
Good
Or
defense
the,
there.
I mean, I guess the other option is that if there's a caster who can teleport, that the 5 of us stay back and physically destroy it, then have caster teleport us back to Sunter's home.
Well, is there one?
Huh?
Well, who knows? It'll be- it'll be
Grimnox
the-
is gonna stay here, so. Do you guys have another caster that could teleport one of us? Or 2 of us?
Oh,
5 of
just
us.
Back to here?
a couple. Yes. I mean, yeah, we have a wizard that could teleport a couple or a few of you back.
I could.
So we
do
can
it
keep
quite a
the
bit.
fighters back, smash the hell out of it until we think it's destroyed, then teleport back.
Yeah. That'll work.
Oh, fire.
Alright, so we'll bring 30 warriors, 5 engineers, the healer, and a wizard, 2 wizards, or a wizard.
I think 2. Well, actually, depending on how many they can bring back.
Yeah, so we'll want 3 of them at least.
Yeah, we want to be able to bring back me, you, and Slosh.
They can do 8 people, so
8 people?
Yeah.
8 plus themselves for Telly.
So,
That's a lot.
It's a ogre, pretty much.
Yeah, they make it a flat thing, so it's not
then all of us, almost all of us
one
could
person
stay.
per 3 levels.
Exactly, you remember.
I guess all of us could stay.
Yep, yeah, it's meant to be the whole party transport now.
You guys ready to head out and go see this slaughter
Ready.
area?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
There is a golem there. Do they have any specific weaknesses that we should know about?
Specific weaknesses?
Well, or anything that gets past their defenses at least?
The problem is golems are made as defense.
Yeah, I understand.
So, I would tell you that spellcasting is very tough against them.
Magic?
So-
Magical weapons?
Yeah, you'll need magical weapons
Good thing a lot of magic
to hit them.
Yep.
That
So,
won't be an issue at least.
or at least it really cause your damage. So, yeah, but and
I
golems
think-
are all designed differently, you know, so they're not all the same. So, there's
Martyr had raised some concern about Marcos' soul being transferred to the golem. Is that something we should be worried about?
that would be an incredible, necromantic feat. It could happen, but from what I understand about Brabins, is he was more of.
But his sister was.
He's a blaster. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but his sister was a cleric of some sort or some kind of necromancy.
Your guess is as good as mine on that.
Although I think
one.
it happened after the battle.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
She
it was
could
a
have
going
gotten
away
brought
angry
back
thing,
somehow.
but hard to know.
He got fried.
Yeah.
She
That would
could have
take
had
that would take
scrolls.
probably quite the ritual to do. So I would say something like that happening in a matter of an hour or a couple hours between when they got hit by whatever this thing is and Fumo's dream. It would probably take a lot longer to do something like that. It would be to be done something like that. It'd have to be a very powerful caster. Can't say it couldn't happen, but I don't think it probably happened from Graybin's. And if you guys killed Graybin's sister beforehand, and if she's dead still, then I don't think.
I was more worried that it was already set up before we got
Yeah,
there
like
last
if it was already set up before, when somebody realized the soul, like Rhia had set up some sense of she would know if her son had died,
Yeah.
and so the soul being transferred trigger that her knowing that he's dead.
I just don't know what that magical bond could be between her and the son.
And it may not have worked over the Harthron,
So-
she might just be noticing that.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. You'd have to ask Rhia that question.
Well, best to at least have his body before that.
Yeah. Alright, let's get in position. We must be close to time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So you're bringing 30 dwarves, 5 engineers, 3 mules, correct? Wizard that
And teleport
can
all
teleport you guys, and Lady Corinne's coming.
of us. Corinne? Wait, who's Lady Corinne?
That's
Wait,
it.
what?
Okay, so you guys march on down, and the rest of the army will follow in reserve. And Battleheart says if you guys need more, just let us just send somebody through or whatever.
Wait
Or
at the T
I'll be able to
intersection.
get back.
Maybe send a message. You know,
Wait
I'll
at the T
probably be the
intersection
one
with
coming.
2 riders, and if we need something, we'll yell back down.
Or I'll run back until I get into speech view. I can run back.
Okay, so you guys are there, ready. Portal opens.
Oh, thank God.
Walk through.
Go through.
Next.
Oh, wait,
Oh, next comes through. Next
next
comes through.
comes
Mardor.
Next doesn't
Have a
come
nice
through.
blessing.
I go through.
Okay.
Going in.
All
And I'll
right.
be
Give me Grimnox blessing, alright?
Oh yeah. Oh.
I'm going
Oh
to
yeah. And
too.
Slosh will carry you.
Coming through, man.
Kavakai's blessing upon you, Vega.
Or something.
Alright, I'm going to use a luck dice for this.
All right.
Alright, that's good now. 20.
All right. So yeah. So you don't fall unconscious. That's good. The left eye has been used.
That's good. I thought I was going to have to slap her away.
It only worked that way.
Sleepy, sleepy.
All right. So walk.
Make sure the blood's from the hip.
All right. So you guys go through the portal, and as the group steps through, after the last of the group steps through, the portal closes.
No dwarves come through?
No dwarves make it through.
Dun dun.
And Rhea's right in front of us, ready to drop us.
No, you guys are in the hallway of the mountain,
But it's closed behind us.
but it's closed behind you right now.
Alright, we got
I knew I shouldn't go.
Well, she can scry now. Don't worry, guys. She can scry, and therefore,
Let's
if
go
we
to the
get,
bottom of the hill.
Get her son.
All right.
I think we may have that hour available. Yes.
Vega, when you scried last on the rolling pin, was it
Yeah.
still destroyed, the side we destroyed it on?
Yeah, Bill, did I see any damage on the corner?
Just make an intelligence check for me.
Yeah, sure.
In the sense that you kind of remembered it and look at it.
Another natural 20.
Yeah, so yeah, it was still
There we go.
definitely destroyed where you guys...
Everybody stay on the
bashed it
left,
up.
single file. We don't have a golem anymore, so we're good. Or a dragon. Alright, we single file it up the left side of the
Yep.
wall.
Oh,
That-
we haven't tried.
I'm using Dex to stay against the wall.
We're gonna say that word at the
Yeah,
top.
speak the words giant so that it stops.
It hasn't triggered yet.
Yeah, go ahead when it
Yeah,
triggers.
say it before it triggers. Let's see what happens.
Ah!
We already know what happens.
Go right ahead. I don't speak that foul language, so it's all you guys.
So if you speak giant before, because it doesn't go down, I mean, unless you guys start going up, but you know
we
this.
say, wait,
Speak
But-
the words before we go up.
You know this because you guys have been doing this enough. You know you can't speak the word until it actually has been activated first.
Oh, okay.
Then you can say it.
Go
So it will
first.
end up. So what you do is one of you could just step up a little bit,
Yep, I'll step up.
to have it come down, and then use the words to have it stopped at the bottom, and then you guys could run up
Yep.
very fast.
So I step up a little bit.
That's your
And
best bet.
we all stand there and watch. Splash. No, just kidding. Speak the words and stop it as soon as.
Okay, and then I'll run up.
Okay.
Ahead.
We all follow suit.
All right.
Oh, Bill, I didn't say this yet. I'm gonna cast non-detection on myself.
All right. Non-detection.
And you
It's
get
the third,
Third level.
and then I'm gonna blow ascending. Which is
Reach out to Graven.
as well, I guess.
you could drive.
I'm gonna blow ascending to King Advoice and say, "We made it through. We're okay. We'll report in a few minutes."
All right. He says we were worried. Said the portal closed right when as soon as you and Slosh step through. Right behind. We couldn't get anybody in. We'll.
I can't respond, but yeah.
Yeah, and they'll just basically say, "We'll stand guard here. Good luck."
Alright.
All right, so you guys all run on up there. I'm gonna have each one of you guys make a dex check one time because it does go active
Acrobatics?
or acrobatics. Because it does go off as you guys are.
Is it a Dex
Going
saving
up.
throw? Or which one is
It's acrobatics.
Fumo's not walking up there until that thing has started doing its roll, man.
21.
No, it's after its roll. So it stopped. You
Okay,
guys
stop.
stopped
We
it.
get all-
You guys start
yeah.
running up it. It goes back
Yeah,
on
it
up,
starts again. Okay.
and it
Let's be
started
clear,
again.
Bill. I'm standing at the bottom there. I'm
19.
Dude, like, if you...
I'm gonna speak the words again to stop it. I'm making sure the party gets to. I go off.
It won't. Remember, you can only stop it at the top or the bottom. So it's rolling down no matter what you do in this
You're gonna get
case.
hit one time.
Is you're either better off just running up and maybe making it through, or you're just chancing it each time. You remember that was part of it. You can't stop it without it
20.
starting again at some point. You just don't know how long it will hold. That was the thing. You'll remember all that. So.
21.
All right, so
19.
21 you're fine, 19 you're fine. Fumo?
Yeah, let's not start off that bad. I'm gonna use an advantage die. Still not gonna be good enough. It was a 9. So
All right. Bademar?
luckily,
Yes.
Dex?
Dex.
there's some
Dex!
tricks out of this.
Oh, yay!
Or not Dex, it's really acrobatics.
Acrobatics? Let's see what I roll. I roll a 3. I get crunched.
All right, so.
What the fuck? What'd you guys lead me into?
Rolling pins.
The big rolling pin
Gosh,
is so
makes
much
it-
fun.
If Badmar doesn't get killed each session, it's not fun.
Yeah.
What did
Every
Vega?
death makes me more relaxed, baby.
17.
You're fine. And then Mardor,
15.
you're fine. All right, so it's only Fumo
On
and
Vademar.
Bademar. You guys are both going to take 7 points of damage
Darn warlocks.
as it rolls over you guys. And then once again Mardor would get up to the top and be able to stop it while you guys are getting off the ground.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, so you guys make it up top. What do you guys do now?
I cast false light on this.
Again.
Cast false life.
Set up a marching order and walk down the hallway.
I give him, of course, the fucking.
What level is that? First.
That's the first level.
But it's
automatic.
no, it's
Oh,
not. He's
oh,
not
it's
casting.
It's just automatic part of it.
Lair following us.
It's
Uh,
an invocation.
It's a. I should have paid attention.
So, where you guys wiped off spots, no. So once you guys get through and into the room where the one orcs were and stuff like that, where you guys wipe spots off, once you start going, it's very faint. There's still the eyes there, but they're not as powerful on you guys. It's not like this big flashing, big lamp. It lights up. They light up, but they don't necessarily light up on you guys. So it's like as you guys are walking, they kind of pop up, like they go on, but they
So
don't.
it's like residual magic.
Yeah, they don't flash on you guys now.
They're not tracking.
No, they're not
I
tracking.
think it's just.
They're not strong enough anymore.
Yeah.
Now Calicux is just intimidating.
All right.
Moving to the T intersection.
So yep, you'll get to the T intersection.
And go right.
All right.
All right. So you're gonna go to the right. All right. Perfect. So what are you guys gonna do as you're heading right?
Mardor, point. Look for traps.
Are the eyes of Graham still doing that?
You got. You
That's
got.
not right. Lighting up.
You got the eyes, man.
Just kind of this faint glow as you guys walk. They just kind of glow on the walls, but they don't like when it before where they project a beam on you, like the eye is watching you. Now it's just more as you walk, they just kind of a faint glow off the wall, like a very light lantern at that. Just a little glow.
I always hated Graham.
Any sounds at all, Bill?
No, nothing. It's very eerie. It's very quiet.
Let's go this way, then
Any
go to other.
feeling? Like, do we feel any sort of ill at ease, negative energy, anything?
No, nothing like that.
And any undead within 120.
No.
Bob,
Thank you. Yep,
Bob,
no.
helping me out, man.
Yep. No undead. Nothing.
Okay, good.
And it's eerily quiet. Walking through the cave, but it was quiet before when you guys were walking.
How are we gonna carry Marcos out?
Well, we brought a litter, but I guess it didn't come with it.
Yeah, no, the dwarves had it with the mules.
We'll deal with that.
We
Always
carry.
leave it to mules. Always leave it to mules.
We'll go right, then we'll go left and find an exit, along with hopefully find his hammer.
All right, so is that the marching order right there? You guys have?
We're getting.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, Mardor, make sure you're looking at the floor for traps.
All right, so if we can, let's move this map. Take it off.
Take the,
Is that what you're here for?
hey, let's ready.
Who?
Nope.
1.
You're the guy with the goggles, man.
I was like,
You're the guy with the goggles. You're supposed to be watching out.
so put you guys coming in down there.
It's like you scout.
You want me to scout? You give me the goggles. That's how that rolls.
I'm the scout. Me and Garth are scouts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll take.
What the
We'll keep an
fuck?
eye on
That's the
things.
golem, apparently. The
Yeah.
quote orc golem.
That is not the fucking golem. That is not a golem.
It's a
Giant.
colossus.
Wait, is that? Wait, maybe that is a golem.
All right.
That's colossal. Flame sword.
Yeah, as you, Garther, as you kind of come around the bend, you see this large, hulking stone giant, bigger than your guys' golem that you had.
Jesus.
It's carved, it depicts an orc body. The head, it looks orcish. It's brute, big arms and big hands, and kind of crouched down. And it's right now its eyes seem blackened, and it's just kind of just hunched over a little bit.
My sword's actually glowing.
It's right around the corner, guys. And throw a chromatic orb at it.
And I'll run at
Okay.
it. I'll run at it with my sword.
All right.
As he
All right.
throws
So
it.
hold on. Let's go ahead and do that part. Chromatic orb. So step around the corner.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, I have my bow out because I know we're encountering something. I'm gonna take bow shots.
16.
16. You hit the thing, but it does not seem to do anything to it.
Bomb breath.
Magic resistance there.
Whoops.
You're not sure
Yeah.
right now. It doesn't seem like it harmed it at all. But as you do that,
Why are you attacking it?
its blackened eyes
Really, Mardar? This is what
now
we're gonna
turn red, and it comes back out from a crunch. Let's roll initiative.
I bomb breath out actually.
do? Wait. Maybe we can talk to it. Maybe we can get within like 10 feet of it.
Talk to it.
19 with a 10.
Maybe you can reason with the orc stone call.
I beat you.
Don't worry, Marta. I'll take care of reasoning with it.
Oh! What the hell am I gonna do with that?
Who would have thought?
Back and wait while everyone else.
All right, everybody's rolled initiative.
Yeah.
All right, anybody? I roll for slosh.
I'm not above a 20
All right,
this time.
anybody above a 20?
Yes, 22.
Okay, Flumo is first. All right, 16 to 20.
19.
20! Mardor beats Flame Sword.
Oh,
Um,
actually.
17 for Vega.
Yes.
All right, Garther.
15.
15. Vaidmar.
4.
Ooh, good last. Well, we know where that goes. We know the end of the round. We know the top of the round.
Marta, why
Warlock's
are you
leading them both.
All right, so first up is Fumo. You are up first.
Sandman.
All right.
Stinky feet.
So move me up just in front of, yep, right about there. I think I cleared.
Yeah.
And I will pew pew and see what it does.
Okay.
Up you and up you.
Oh, I fumble, so I do nothing.
What happens?
It's a very good question.
Sorry, I got too high last night.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
He's too high.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Still, his vision is still foggy from last night.
so as I'm trying to, blast it from my rod, the rod just sort of bursts into a green flame briefly, and I'm whoa shit, and plop it down.
All right.
Where did that come from?
All right. Perfect. All right, Mardor, you are up.
Alright, we're going to, I wish I had rolled lower. Where am I? Right there in the middle. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, Christ on a crutch. Alright, well, let's get to it.
You mean Habakai on a crutch.
Let's, I'll move up,
Who is this Christ you speak of?
What? I couldn't hear him.
Blasphemy in the eyes of Habakai.
Actually, I'll move up a no, I can do that.
That's an individual move right there, right? Move your hands, buddy. What are you doing?
That's that's 30 feet?
Yep.
Yeah, that's 30 feet right there.
Alright. That's 30 feet, and then I'm going to cast Shield of Faith upon myself,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast my
That is a bonus action.
spiritual weapon.
Shield of Faith is a bonus action, Jada.
Well, yeah, but I'm using my regular action.
Nope.
Cast-
No, you can't. No, you can't do that.
You
Sadly.
can't use a shield. You can't use a bonus.
No.
You can't use a regular action in place of a bonus action.
Nope, that is correct.
May not.
You may not.
Action, bonus action, action.
That makes no sense.
That's the
I
rule.
understand your logic, but that's what they've said, yeah.
Wow. Well, that kind of fucks that idea up there. Okay, let's do this slightly different. I reach into my pouch, I pull out 100 gold pieces worth of game, does sprinkle it on myself, and I cast Stone's Endurance instead.
Okay. Perfect.
Then, as a bonus action, I will cast my spiritual weapon and send that forward to attack it.
Okay. So let's use one of those little
Spiritual
dice.
weapon attacks. And that's going to be 16 plus.
Is this good for a spiritual weapon?
That's fine.
So, magical weapon appears next to it. Where is the attack? Nothing. Plus. Spell sheet. Spell sheet. Oh, plus 8. Okay, so 16 and 8 is 24.
Yeah, that hits.
And that does 8 plus 4. 10 points of damage.
All right, got it. Okay, perfect. And then you did what? Stone skin on yourself?
I did stone skin on myself.
What level is that? What level spell?
4.
4th level. All right,
Yeah, 4th level.
got it. Perfect. Flamezor, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to move right here. I'm going to take 2 shots of Bomb Wrath and then drop the bow.
Okay.
Fire! Is 26 gonna hit
Yes, it does.
for 14 points?
All right.
Anything special happen?
A little piece of stone comes off of it.
I wish it activated its ability. Why not it activate its ability? That's a 24 hit,
Yes. 24 hits.
8 points of damage.
All right.
Is it corrupted or no?
No, it's not.
And then he'll drop his bow.
One day, right?
And actually, could he pull out? Could he pull out his? Could he
One
pull
day.
out his sword?
Huh?
Could he pull out his sword, drop his bow, and then
Drop
pull out
his bow, yes. You can drop your bow on the ground.
Have you used a bonus action?
No.
No.
Have you used a bonus action?
He doesn't,
Your boots.
doesn't
might
want
want
to.
to.
Guys. He's played enough. Just move on.
Actually, I'm gonna rage then.
Alright, I'll give you that. But he's played long enough, he knows what his actions, what he can do. Let's not play each other's characters. Alright, Vega, you are up.
Oh, it was a bonus I can pull out.
Okay, good. So who's near me still? Who's within 30? Is it only Bosch?
Within 30 is Slosh and Baidmar are 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll move over to Slosh and say, here you go, Slosh. You can be invisible for a little while, even after you attack. So I'll put improved invis on him.
Alright. That's 4th level?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And then I will move me, and then I'll tell Lee to him. I'm gonna go try to check out the body. So move me whatever the remaining 30 is for my move to get up that way.
Cool.
And I am done.
Garther, you are up.
Alright, I go into rage. And throw my hammer twice at him.
All
No
right.
extra damage.
Oh, you didn't have your hammer.
No, he's got the thrower. He doesn't
He's got
have
the
the.
thrower. He doesn't have the.
Deathbringer.
Oh, he doesn't have the angry in my ear?
Yes.
21.
Yes, that hits.
14 points, 16 points of damage.
16. All right. All right. Got another chunk of stone comes off of it.
That's a 19 hit.
Yes.
That will be for 18 points of damage.
Very nice. Got another chunk of stone comes from off of it. All right. You done?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Slosh is up. So Slosh is gonna go. Yeah, invisible. So 10. Let's move him 80 feet, Alex.
80 feet?
Slosh.
5, 10.
Remember, he can go through Vega, so and through there. Yeah.
Watch the hand slash.
He's gonna go on the side of him if he can, not right up front.
Okay,
Is
that,
fine?
yeah, he'll miss
Is that
it.
80?
Yeah, that's 80.
Okay, perfect. Let's slosh it. Perfect. Okay, so he's active. He doesn't know anything about slosh. So he is going to move up 10 feet. Right there.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a bummer.
And he's gonna slam down on Garther there.
It's fun playing that golem.
All right. What's your AC there, Garther?
22.
All right. So the first one hits. Second one. I forgot to write that down. Misses. That's funny.
I do get points. I win 20, by the way.
Okay, thanks. Write that down. All right. So what are your new hit points? I'm sorry?
120.
120.
And I'm rage.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right. So this is going to be halved.
20 points.
That ain't crit.
Probably is gonna be like 30-ish. A big ass fucking stone column.
I just want to dish it a little bit, you know.
All right. So you're going to take 11 points of damage. All right.
Man, his eyes shoot beams.
Not quite good.
That's 3 points.
All right, Baidmark, you are up.
To end the round. You just running up to him?
Go up to there. I'm done.
Baidmar's about
All right.
action.
At the end of Baidmar's turn,
Oh boy.
his eyes glow even redder, and he beams out. And I need Baidmar,
See? Why did you guys jinx it?
Garther,
Spellcraft when you get a chance.
and
Slosh.
Flamezor.
What
Nope, not he doesn't get Slosh. Slosh is invisible.
What
He
saving
doesn't
throw?
see him. This is going to be
I'm assuming it's not a spell build. I can't counter it.
no, you can't counter this.
Okay, no problem.
This is going to be a con save.
Arcana of 20.
18.
So 18 makes it
15.
15 and 15.
Yeah.
You both miss it,
What?
and you won't have to make a Arcana check because you are both blinded, and you are stunned until the end of your next turn.
Even though you made it.
Even though you made it, yeah.
Do I think Dispel will take off the blind? My 20 Arcana?
If Dispel Magic works on blindness, yes.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah,
That's
you can
fine.
check
It's
it
just
out.
normal blindness, no problem.
Yeah, it's just blind.
I don't know the answer to that.
Lesser
Yeah.
restoration, I think.
Or lesser restoration will be for sure.
Well, yeah, I
Unless
always
a restoration.
All
I
right.
always gotta thank God.
So, one's.
Scared to wait. Can I look at the condition?
Yeah, no problem on this spell. Of course, the FDL I can't see, but.
Yeah. Well, all of a sudden, they can't even really. They really can't. You see this? You'll get that part that it does something because they're even kind of like, just kind of zoned out. All three of them. All right. So, Fumos, new round. You are up, Fumo.
Okay. I pick up my rod
All right.
in my hand.
We're already here, Fumo.
And
I thought I had talked to him about that. Sorry, guys.
Is there a way to cover its eyes?
how tall are the ceilings?
The ceilings in here are like 60 feet high.
60 feet high. And this thing's about 15 feet high?
No, that thing's about 20 feet high.
20 feet high. All right. So he is going to move.
Headshot. I can't say. At least I know where he's at. I think. Last known position.
You climbing up?
Yeah, he's going to climb up.
How high?
Just 10 feet so far.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he's going to.
Pew pew.
He's going to cast Fairy Fire.
So right now, let's put you on this. Put him on that. 10 feet. For now.
He's going to cast Fairy Fire up in the air so it just hits him on his head.
Okay.
And Dex save DC 19.
DC 19.
Sorry, no, 18.
18. Alright. Nope.
Okay, so he is glowing, and everybody gets advantage on attacks once they can see again.
Alright.
You rolled up with advantage, Bilbo?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, it's done.
That's him for now.
Alright, Mardor, you are up.
Alright, Mardor saw that happen. He's not so sure he wants to get. You said Flamesor has that as well?
Yes.
Flamesor and
Looks like
Baymar.
he's kind of like can't see, or is it just that they look like something else is happening?
He probably yelled, you can't. He
Yeah,
probably said, I
I
can't
can't
see.
see.
Yeah, he's saying that. He's just not saying it loud. But he said he can't see.
Alright. Mardor's going to actually move up and. Where is it? Uh-oh. I can't find where I wrote down the staff of healings. God dang it.
So what do you want to know? I have the Staff of Healing stuff.
I want to know how many charges it takes to use Lesser Restoration.
Oh, Lesser Restoration? 1 second. Oh, it's right here. So, Staff of Healing, Lesser Restoration. It's 2 charges. And it has to be
How many
touched.
charges are left in it now since we had our rest?
So roll a d6 for me.
I rolled a 4.
Alright, so it has 8 charges.
And you said it's how many for the restoration?
It's 2.
Alright, well, I'm going to walk up and
Okay.
and try to remove the blindness from eyes.
Yep. So you won't be blinded anymore.
Finally.
However, you're still stunned till the end of your turn.
Finally.
But you're not blinded. You can see again.
Can I move?
And then I will continue my movement since I haven't
Yep.
attacked it. I will continue my movement up towards Garther.
All right. So move him another 25.
Is what I want.
All right. Perfect. And do you
One more.
attack with
And I use
spiritual
my bonus
weapon?
action on my weapon to attack it again.
Okay. Go ahead.
You don't get an attack.
And this is force damage build that it's doing. It's not considered,
Just ask.
Alright, so that's 21. Does that hit?
Yep, that hits.
Okay, and that's 7 more points of damage to it.
Got it.
As the hammer of Kavakai smashes down upon it once again. The wall of Kavakai.
Perfect.
And
All
can
right.
I roleplay how I get how because
Go
I'm
ahead. Yeah,
stunned?
you're up. Yep.
So as he's stunned, he's like, oh, and he falls down. He just falls.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, your sight comes back.
Oh.
All right, Vega, you are up.
Alright, so we'll move me a little bit. So I have, actually, pin me up against that corner. I want to, well, I'm going to move.
Yeah, to be
into
honest,
that
Vega, you probably didn't even know what happened to him other than yelling they're blinded because you were still around the corner. You didn't have.
Oh, good call.
blind
Okay,
sight.
thank you. But I do know now that Bane Mark.
Yeah, you would see right now that it seems like both Bademar and Garther seem to not be at guard.
Oh, I'll tell you, Garther. What's on?
You'll get no response.
Bane Mark, what's on?
You're not getting anything back. From you.
Alright. I'm going to, now, is there still some lingering effect around their head, or is it unclear?
Yeah, it's unclear.
Okay.
You just see that they're both off guard.
Alright, Mardo.
So you have to. You're a spellcaster. You probably know that they're affected by some sort of
They're
effect.
affected by some form of blindness. I used my restorative powers to try and make Flamsaur able to see again. Remove the blindness from his eyes. Kavakai
Don't
and
open it.
his staff will try to do it.
Okay, great. Alright, so I'm going to give Flames. I'm going to give Fumo inspiration.
All right. Fumo, you have
Use a bonus
inspiration?
action. Whisper in his head. Alright. When he hits you with the eye beam, be ready, okay? And don't fall off the wall. And then I'm gonna cast the spell magic at Bademar, I guess.
Okay.
If you think that's reasonable based on what I know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you probably. You just don't know the effect, I would say. Well, no, you know he's blind. Mardor said that and stuff. Go ahead. Yeah, that will work.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so-
let's do that at third level. Let's just
Yep.
take it away unless there's something weird going on.
No, nothing weird. So
Okay, so
you have your sight, but you're still stunned.
Oh, yeah, so it's
Yeah, you're still.
the sockets are so pretty.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna actually pull back around the corner.
All right, move Vega just right behind the corner again. Don't let me get hit by the eye. All right, Garther, you are up. So you come out of the round unstunned, and Slosh is up. Slosh is gonna move around this thing now, behind it. There we go.
They're flanking.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, he rages now. And he's gonna hit.
Have you played a game called The Phantom? It's creepy.
In Cloud Giant Rhia.
All right, he takes a chunk off of it and then swings again. Hits it again. Takes another chunk off of it. Got it. All right. Slosh. All right, Mr. Gollum is up.
You make me sick.
All right, so he once again. Let's just see. He's got two people. It's not smart at all, but you're a dwarf. So he comes down with his 2 fists on you.
Come on, mister.
You are no longer stunned, so that's a good thing. But hits the first time and hits the second time. Just smashes his big old stone fist down on you. Alright, so the first time you, once again, you take another 11 hit points, so I have a minus 22.
Yep.
And then the next hit. Now you're going to take another 10, so I have a minus 32. Alright, let's see if he gets this back. He does not.
Thank God.
You are up.
Regenerates right in there.
Snaps out of it, right? This one,
Yep,
so-
you snap up, and you're like, oh.
I thought I saw Tiamat again. But I'm stuck with you.
Alright. Very good.
You're not welcome you with open now.
She
So,
asked twice.
at the end of your turn, once again, this time, just one of his eyes glows. And he just glows right down on Bademar and Garther. Only you two. I need you both to make roll another saving throw. This one, however, is wisdom.
Oh, great.
Send me to Tiamat again. Yes, a fumble.
Yes! And now I'm getting handed a luck card.
No, that's
Oh, that's Azrael, my bad.
that's Zaz.
Oh, guess not. Wrong character.
Across the universe.
This is Flamesaurus.
What do you roll there, Garther?
3.
3, both of you. All right, so you both now are slowed, so you can't use reactions. You're half speed, and you can only choose either an attack action or a bonus action till the end of your next turn, and then your
Or we can
bonus
still move
saves.
and attack, right?
Half speed, and attack once. New round.
Attack actions.
Fumo, you are up.
All right. So, that didn't work. I'm gonna blast him
All right.
from where I'm at. Try not to friggin' fumble. All right. What is the AC? That's a miss. It's a 13.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah. You use advantage again?
Yeah, you remember you have advantage.
I know.
Okay.
I'm figuring there's a save that'll make it more important, but. And second, even worse. Oh no, that's still 13. You know what? I'll use the inspiration of the.
No, remember you have advantage.
I didn't roll. I
Yeah,
didn't roll
it's very
Oh,
okay,
sorry, I wasn't
so
being clear. Not
first
a
one,
die, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So first one missed. Doubly missed on the first one, and yes. All right. So the other one, 27.
That hits.
For 11 points,
All right.
and then let's see.
Little chunk comes off of it.
Yeah, he's gonna get wise to this idea. Get off the frickin' wall. So 2 feet down. And then 10,
Very smart, young Daniel.
20. He's over here.
All right. Just gonna come back down, back up the wall.
Biff-
Maybe not a good idea being up
Biff to
here.
being dazed on the ceiling.
Even 10 feet up. It's like, don't want to do that. All right, that's Fumo. Mardor, you are up.
Alright. I will, Ursula, Arthur, are you alright?
Yeah. I'm my normal self.
Okay, you're your normal self, I don't have to. Okay.
I'm
And then
slow as hell still.
Huh?
I said I'm slow as hell still.
I can help with that one. You're a dwarf. That comes naturally. I will, Ardo will jump up, holding on to his wonderful small Kava Kai and swing down on
All right.
Wait, do you move in, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going in.
Okay.
With advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my changes in there.
Can you slide the main camera forward?
Yeah.
Or tip it up if you can't slide it forward.
No, I can move this forward.
Well, and with that, I've got a natural 20 and a
There we go.
Okay. I need crit.
And I have
Maybe.
a 6 and a 5, so I've got 1 big dice.
Nice.
And a 4 on top of that, so that's 6, 5, 4. What am I doing?
Roll 2 more again.
16, and I get to roll my dice again. 15. Oh, I got another exploding dice.
Yeah.
I got another exploding dice. So that's 2 more. So that gives me, if I said 15, 22, 7, 32 plus 5 is 37 points of damage with that swing.
Ooh.
Bam! Kalakai!
Whack.
And then his magical maul.
And then I used my, it's a magical maul. And then on top of that, then my spiritual weapon goes ahead and swings as a bonus action. And that's just a 16 plus 8 is 24
That hits.
for 10 points of damage, of course.
Got it.
Boom! Now, hopefully I won't get blinded.
All right. Flamezor, you are up.
He'll be able to get here within a single move.
Okay.
And advantage with his flame sword. And that's actually a D10 because I'm two-handed me.
Great job.
Natural 20 and a 19! So that would be 2 crits if that was...
If only.
If only.
Alright, roll your damage, boy.
Yeah.
You doing a D10 for damage?
Yeah, two-handed.
You did it right.
17 points
All right.
on the first attack.
Very nice.
That was a natural 20. Roll again, dude.
No, he did.
No, he did that.
You
He
Roll
did.
twice. Okay. I was missing that. I'm like,
You had your +2 for raging.
Oh, an extra 2
19.
damage,
Okay.
actually.
Got it. Okay.
Actually, your rage would have been bye-bye.
No,
Oh,
he took. Oh, he didn't
he
take
takes
damage.
damage.
That's true.
He goes
So
stuns. Your
he-
rage
but he
is
could
gone.
go on.
Oh, and then I'll rage and then do my second attack.
All right.
Alright.
Is 20 gonna hit?
Yes.
For
Bada boom.
11 points.
Got it. Very nice. So, yep.
Alakard?
So you just crack on its thigh, take some rock off of it, and Vega, you are up.
Alright, let me reach out to Garther mentally. Garther, you okay? You need me to dispel anything?
Yeah, I'm a little slower than usual, but I mean, I can get by.
Do you need it dispelled or no?
Sure.
Sure, that's great. Alright, so I'm going to give him inspiration. So I'm going to use my second inspiration. So you have a D10, you and Fumo now. And I will go ahead and do a dispel on that as well.
Third level.
Another third level. And that actually clears anything that's on him. So for whatever that's worth. But
Yeah, it's just a slow.
yeah, it's just the one probably.
Yep.
And I think that's it for my action.
All right, perfect.
Keep playing support here.
Garther, you are up.
You should wait till
I'm gonna swing once.
I'm afraid one.
My +1 hammer.
Yeah, you can only
and then I'm
swing
gonna shift back. No, you just roll the disease off. I know I'm
Just
doing, buddy.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna swing once, back up 5, and so we get an attack of opportunity, and then throw a hammer twice.
All right, so go ahead.
Give everybody one. Just stay away.
Yeah.
First one misses.
All right, and he hits you as you back off.
Oh yeah, Papa.
Do I have advantage? Do I have advantage? on
Yes.
The first one actually hits
Okay.
for 25. And then damage is gonna be 5.
Oh, these are 25 points. What the fuck?
10 points of
I thought it
damage.
was
Yeah, my bad. 10 points of damage.
All right.
The hit attack was 20,
All right.
25.
4 damage dollars?
A +1 hammer does that with damage.
So 27 to hit
Yep.
for 14 points of damage.
Yeah.
And then 26,
Yeah, that hits.
12 points of damage.
Got it.
And
All right, and you, as you back on off, you're going to take another 12 as I soaked it. So you are minus 44, correct?
yeah.
All right, got it. All right, that's Arthur. All right, sloshes up from behind, attacking this thing.
Good hits, man. Good
Just
hits.
keep swinging at the balls.
Hits it and hits it. All right.
He's got quadruple advantage, man.
Exactly.
Oh, that's very fair. Hey.
Yeah, that's a nice effect.
And it's invisible.
So double advantage.
That'd be
Double
ridiculous.
super
Because they're all 3 dice. That'd be ridiculous.
Not worth critting tonight too, just by crit twice both swings.
All right, now Slosh, he cranks it a couple times. All right, it's his turn. All right, so he first.
Sorry for them, sorry, we might be screwed.
All right. So he smashes down on Flamesor here. First smash. Oh,
What's your raging?
he comes tumbling down. I need you to make an athletics or an acrobatics
Or
check.
athletics.
Nope, acrobatics check.
Oh, at least
here.
it's that.
Oh,
No.
I see a low number. I can almost read it. As
He's like, oh
She's
shit.
like, I got any inspiration?
I don't think he has anything.
Nope.
He all got stuff last fight, buddy. All right, so
12 total.
it falls over and collapses on top of Flamesor, who goes down underneath of it.
Oh, Jesus.
And
What's the effect of it?
This is the it wins even if it loses.
yeah, exactly. And you're gonna take 6 points of damage after your rage. As it falls down, this stone, big, huge stone creature's down on top of Flamesor. And with that, Baidmar, you are up.
Do I have disadvantage also?
No, it's that's
Another
missile
attack.
weapons. And if you had if you had a missile weapon, it would be just normal because of the advantage you have.
You okay, I'm just gonna power attack.
Oh, wouldn't it be
Yeah.
advantage because it is prone?
No, you don't hit it.
You don't, but others don't.
I do, alright.
Yes, you have it.
But we already had.
He already had advantage.
Oh my fucking god, I miss.
Plus 3 instead of.
If I see his swing start to go wild, Kavakai is going to call and say, and use one of my
So it's
Reactions.
my
for
channel
your
divinities and say, Kavakai, guide his strength now. Plus
Okay, that's a 17.
17 still misses. You crank it, you hit it. However, you don't get through its stone.
Mardo, your god's a fraud.
Well, I tried.
It is a new round, and Fumo, you are
All
up.
right.
Wait, that's mine.
Oh,
That was mine.
Comic guy can only help someone.
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
When
Alex,
he's playing at his own feet.
Tiamat doesn't accept your blessings.
You just let it sit there.
So over there. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna fire away.
It's going.
You go bad.
All
Of
right.
course.
Natural
Wow,
20,
yeah.
baby.
I thought I saw something there.
Oh, so 14 points.
14.
And then 19 on that. Another 9.
Alright, the 9 more
Not
points. Alright,
That's how you're
so
supposed to do it, Baha. Come on.
so you blast it, and as your second blast, it now erupts. The thing blasts out. And I need
Wait, it like blows up?
it blows
Yep.
up. Yep. So just rocks go flying, just bursts out. So I need everybody to make a dex saving throw. I need
Except for
you
you.
at disadvantage.
But
Nope,
probably not
normal.
No, it's just, and Fumo, you're fine. It's just everybody.
Boom! Yeah!
Hey.
Boom!
Yeah, like it just comes right at you. Holy shit! Yeah, rocks come flying at you. However, it kind of falls short.
He's like, damn, Baha! I didn't know you had that shit in you!
21.
I'm at normal, actually.
Huh?
I'm at normal.
What do you mean you're normal?
I have
He
advantage
gets
for
advantage
normal.
on dex.
There we go.
Oh,
Right.
okay, yeah. So.
I hate this game. Give me the damage. Bring it at me.
All
I'm
right,
ready.
so let me ask you around. So what did you leave, Arthur?
21.
21. What did you roll?
I 2 on the die.
Which is?
Mar.
I actually got a 25.
26.
Nice. Mardor.
16.
All right.
And Slosh.
Slosh has advantage too. Yeah, he makes it. Okay. All right, everybody's taking damage still. Just half for some.
Except you.
And you.
I'm
Oh
taking
no! What didn't you make it? What did you
I'm
roll?
not talking about me, I'm talking about him.
Him. He's the only one who missed it.
Yeah.
I'm taking the most damage. He's not taking it.
I realized I saw that light beam hit you guys before.
However,
Wait,
because you're raging, you're only going to take half.
back up from that.
So let's do that. So
And you're just at the range of the rocks. How many am I taking?
hold on, buddy.
Oh yeah, I take half.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky. I'll take what you're taking.
You'll be all right, man.
I'll be alright.
So you're minus 20 now, Flamezor.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
And
Next we have to go get your hammer.
I don't know, buddy.
Or no, we have to get out of this mountain.
Garther, you are minus 51.
Baymar will be dead again.
So and then Mardor, you are minus 14.
Okay, so on top of that, Bill, that's damage. That's right. It just rocks tonight.
I'm sorry, you made your save. What did you roll for
Could
your
I have
save?
this?
Yeah, I rolled a 16 on
Yeah.
my save.
Okay, yeah, you're taking 14.
Okay, but then I also take half of that because I have stone skin on.
So minus 7. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, and then Baidmar, you're taking 14, so minus 21.
Oh, I have
Okay,
5 cent
open
Bilbo,
this.
so
Okay.
it'll be 16,
16.
23.
Got you.
Wait.
No.
What the hell did I just do?
I know what you did. Yeah,
You
16.
said 14?
Yeah,
This is
six,
alright,
you're
my
16
bad.
total.
I'm not sure I was thinking.
You added
I
instead
added.
of subtracted.
Thanks.
Woo! All right.
Nice spell. Does more damage to yourself.
Yeah, right. So we are out of rounds, guys. All right.
Nice job, boys.
Still concentrating on my stones. That lasts an hour.
Okay.
I'll actually hold Slosh invisible, and I will mention we should be a little bit careful about additional traps around the body.
Yep. Let's get a DM on that. Detect magic. Detect malicious. Whatever the hell. I don't have time. If you want to wait for 10 minutes.
Can I have the
I'll go over there and just do a physical search first, Bill.
Yeah, Kumo.
Okay.
Go to the bars. Take a look.
Okay. Yeah. So they're
You want assist?
iron bars
Okay.
from floor to ceiling.
And no gate. Right?
There is no gate.
Alright. Well, my guess is he popped in, popped out kind of thing or something, but let's check for some magic. You got that?
I guess I'll drop improved and pull up detect magic and see what we see here.
All right. So the only magic, well, actually, you're gonna get magic on the chains and magic on the bars.
Nothing on the area in between?
Nope.
And what school? I think I might have to roll for that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's take a look. I don't know. If
What about on the
They're not
giants?
anymore in 3.5 versus
Good
5.
old detect magic.
Let's see
The
here.
giant just exploded.
It blew up.
I just remember
Yeah,
that.
looks like I just get it. Feel
You
free
forgot about a
to
nuke
check.
on you.
No, yeah, if you look at it, then that's perfect. So,
I'm like, wait, why am I just coming?
so you're gonna get transmutation on it.
You saw some of
On both?
On both, yes.
Alright, and while I have this up, I'm gonna just scan the area. Like just this room and, I don't know, a few feet down the hallway, 100 feet down the other way.
Yeah, you're not. The only thing you're gonna get is a little bit off the walls once again with the glow,
Okay.
and that is it. The golem doesn't seem to. Well, there is no more golem. It's just a bunch of pieces of stone
Okay.
all around the place here. So.
Angela, you want to try your sunblade on the bars?
Yeah? I'll give it a shot.
We'll move everyone back around the corner. Let
He'll
them
do
take a
2
swing.
strikes on the bars.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and give me a roll. Just damage. You don't have to.
Just damage?
Yeah, you don't have to.
You missed the bars, Flamesworth.
Yeah. You fumble and you get your head stuck between the bars.
No, it'd be 29 points.
Okay. So yeah, so 29 points. You hack at it. You manage to get through one of the bars. So it will take a while, but you can do it with this sword here. It just have to just keep hacking
Powerful enough.
to make way at it.
We gotta get him out, but we also gotta get that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's the plan?
What other stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, we stay together. We stay
We got
together.
another body to
Arthur,
get
you want to throw at it?
and
Bill, I want to look at Marco's body when we
his
get
stuff.
him out. Or use medicine and just see how long he's been.
Well, you're not there yet.
Yeah, I'll throw my hammer in.
We're not gonna go in there. Yeah, we're gonna be careful here. You guys together open.
Your hammer's not
Good
gonna. Your hammer's not gonna work in that sense.
But it's
It's busting on it.
that's
No.
budgeting.
No, but he
Mine's
needs to.
flashing.
He basically is cutting
Wait for
through
Blizzard to take
like, with
care
a
of it.
blowtorch here with the sun blade
Mhm.
to open this up here. To basically.
Okay, we'll wait then.
Yeah, hack
Fool
through.
was like, hey, hold on for a second.
So I'm assuming you're
He's
gonna
doing
make
some
a
work.
big enough opening to be able to get him out.
Yes.
Correct.
That's the plan.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, at the ground level he goes,
Yeah.
low.
Little box.
And then up high,
Like
makes
in
a
the
big,
movies.
makes a box, so you guys
Yeah,
can get him out of there.
Yeah, once they do the bottom, we could try to have a couple strong guys bend it if it's possible. But if it's too strong, then we'll have them cut the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Garther, Mardor, and Slosh, you guys will all figure that this is you know, the only
Magically
way,
reinforced.
yeah, it's magically reinforced.
And then-
The only
Oh,
way,
Cloud Giant guy.
the only way that's getting through here is with that sun blade.
And then the chains do the same thing with the sunblade.
Just hold on, we'll get to that part.
Yeah,
So, yeah, because I think
wait,
they want to
wait,
slow
wait.
down on that. So, yeah. So it's going to take probably about a good 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes of time to get through all of that. But he can do it. So,
Right.
so yeah, he'll be able to open up a big enough, you know, hole to get in there for it to get out, in and out.
All right.
All right,
So I'm gonna
I want to check the ground.
sit in the
Physically,
book open.
I get Fumo help.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you guys have had enough time because this is like
Right.
45 minutes of time going by.
Okay.
That one, yeah, with Mardor and with Garther here,
We can
yeah,
do
you
those
guys determined that doesn't seem to be there's nothing, no sort of traps or anything on the floor,
Okay.
above the ceiling or anything. No secret doors along the
There's
walls.
only
that
one
you can
trap
see.
to like destroy the enemies
So,
over and over and over again.
Okay, so yeah, so we'll slip in there. I'll slip in the cage, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in there too.
okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna use medicine to check on this thing to see if we can see how dead for. And I'm gonna ask Kavakai, help me to see if this creature is able to be saved.
Okay.
Uh, 17 plus 12 is 29.
All right. So you think he's probably been dead about maybe 10 hours? Not
long.
not that long.
So he was killed in retaliation before they left. We still have a chance to raise him, I think.
So
Okay. So can we? Can Flamesor cut the ankle bracelet?
Yeah, the ankle and the arms. Yeah, he's tied up with his arms and ankles, basically spread out a little bit, slumping. He had some room on the chain, but he's still slumping over. So yeah, he'll be able to cut through those, and this is a lot. He can cut through those just kind of one hack on each, a lot quicker than the bars. But yeah, you just figure that this is whatever the magic was, just kind of just holding them down
That's it?
strength wise.
Same thing. No lock. They just were made that way around him.
Yeah, in this sense, there's no locks. It seems like must have been
it was a
some
magical transportation of some
yeah.
sort.
Yeah,
So
magical
Fumo's
chains.
He's going to.
When he sees that this is going to take a long time, because he's going hack on each bar, he's going to, one, take out Fix.
Chocolate accident.
Hey man, can you keep an eye on the hallway? All right?
Okay, yep, sure.
And then, man, sure, But and then I'm going to cast two things during that time: comprehend languages and detect magic, and we keep up detect magic
Okay.
when we roll. So, yeah. So once I think we're getting close, he'll do detect magic and beam it again, just to be sure.
Yep.
And then I'll keep it up for while we try to figure out how we're going to transport him.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So you guys got him down off the chains.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Drag him out, all four of us.
Okay.
I'm going to be searching also. I'm going to try to search along here and look to see is there any signs that this, I mean, like sign of people walking around or how often this is used.
You can make a survival check.
Slush, you think there's any rooms off of here?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage because Slosh will help you with different stuff.
One of them's a 19, the other's a 16.
Okay, so yeah, that's good enough. So, no, it does not seem like there's much traffic at all, if any.
So I remember in the passageway at the T, there was traffic going back and forth to both
Yeah,
directions.
but not that it doesn't seem
like not into the
in
room
this
very
area.
far. Yeah.
Not that much. Maybe you pick up one set of tracks, but they look rather old. You will get like a footprint inside, There seems to be a little bit more inside, but it just seems maybe just be one individual probably. So, but outside, yeah, the tracks really end like where you guys, where Vega is back there. So maybe just in a sense, probably checking on and making sure that Gollum was here and safe, and that was it. But those are old too.
Any of his stuff lying around?
No, it's nothing.
All right.
Basically in a loincloth, and that's it.
All right. Well,
Let's drag him back to the T.
So, as we were walking past that table that I believe got hit with the fireball, how burned did that? Did it stay together at all?
No, because I put a lightning bolt to it.
It didn't, because he threw a lightning bolt on the table. Yeah, so he broke up the table.
Okay.
Thank you, Billy. Yeah. All right, so you guys drag him back to the T section.
how much do we think he weighs?
Probably.
Pounds?
Well, he's
He's
probably around 800, 1,000 pounds. So he's young still. He's not a full-grown cloud giant by far. Just a young cloud giant.
All right, so we'll go back to the T with, I guess it would probably be Slosh and Margor hauling his ass.
Yeah, Garther seems to be helping too,
camera?
and Flames
Oh, yeah,
are
we
all
got
four of them
four
basically.
people
They're
there.
all
Four beefy
leg
boys.
arm, just carrying him on back to the T. No problem.
No,
You guys get back to the T.
detecting magic.
I think we bring them all the way through.
Yeah.
It hurts.
All the way through to where?
Well, at least to the top of the trap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just bring him back to the stone thing?
Mhm.
Leave him there?
At minimum, if not the
Yeah,
bottom of
Slosh says that makes sense if we gotta bring back
That
Telcom.
room. Yeah.
Might as well
Exactly.
just do this now, get him there, and then we go get
it.
Telcom.
Consolidate our winnings too. Don't know what's gonna happen in that next room.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, you guys won't have any issues carrying his body back to the stone area, and then you guys head on back to the other cave.
Talcum in the hammer!
All right. So you guys all get to the cave where the final fight, the Grey Guardians and Grimnox and Grey Bands occurred. There is the bodies where everybody where you guys killed is down. Still there. It seems like the bodies that were at the front entrance where you guys first face his guards, his honor guard, their bodies are there. They're not husks. Up to Telcom, anything up to Telcom, nothing seems to be husks there as well. And the bodies to the left all seem to be implanted in the sense their bodies are there. However, to where the area where Garther was fighting and up into the bloodbath, those bodies are all husks. Very familiar to what you guys have seen with what happened to Rafik and Asnod and Grungy, that their bodies are just any organs and bones, blood has basically been dissolved from them. Their eye sockets gone, and you just, they're just husks of bodies there. Garther, you see your hammer on the ground, of course, where you left it.
Run up and go hug it. Say, I'm sorry.
You left me here.
A day left me and brought me away from
You
you.
left me here.
What did you see?
I'm mad.
Who the hell came out? Who did this?
I'm hungry.
I'll feed you in a second.
In a second?
In like a couple seconds.
In a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be the morsel? I'm hungry.
Maybe go straight to Telcom.
All right.
Cry. Sorry. Telcom, I didn't know.
You don't hear any of that.
Oh yes,
Jade-
it's so
Lord
tragic.
Mardor?
I'll tell me to Fumo.
I'll go put it in the blood.
I had my golem grab a magical axe. See if it's still at his feet.
Okay.
What was that?
And then I'm gonna see if I can get Mardor.
She
To help you out,
mentioned
Tom.
go check the pool for the axe
Before
that
that,
the
Mordor wants to go
golem
over to
had,
the
so.
body of the pit.
detect magic across within
See
the
if she's
pool.
got
Right?
anything on her or anything.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, you guys are going to get some magic and stuff, that's for sure. Across, you know, if you do the, you know, ritual again or whatever, yeah, you're going to get stuff here. Are you guys going to search bodies and stuff? What are you guys going to do?
Yeah, at
Does
the
she have a
moment.
holy symbol?
Like,
Yes, it is around her neck. It's this eye. It's this stone eye of Grumsh.
mainly the ones that seem like
Takes it
leaders.
off of her neck, but they can do anything. Puts it on the ground in front of him, takes it all, and says, Kawakai smite you, and smashes the damn thing.
Okay.
Research like the main bodies, like seemed like they were the generals, like Goldilocks and the guy with the double axe, and the one that was in the pit fighting against.
Flamezor and Slosh, do you help me drag Top? Come back while they're leaving.
Well, I'm soaking the hammer in the blood
Sure.
bath as well.
Alright. So I'll go around. So Flamezor, you're gonna help Vega with talcum. Alright, start dragging
Dragon.
pick.
Dragon. Get it?
Yeah.
Dragon.
Alright, so Garther, your hammer says this doesn't work. I need live.
You don't like blood?
You know how it hurt to watch these souls get sucked around me and I couldn't partake in it? I'm very mad. Don't leave me again.
I won't leave
You leave me again, you'll regret it.
All right. I don't plan on leaving you. I never planned on leaving you.
You should have left the other hammer. What does that thing do? Nothing. You just throw it, it comes back. That's it. I heal you, don't I?
Yes.
You bring me souls and I heal.
And I will continue to feed you. But I
Just watch these orcs and
Can you-
left and right, bodies getting sucked, their souls getting sucked.
Can you
And
help
I
me-
couldn't partake
Can
in
you
it.
help me explain who this creature or being was that came out and killed these guys and sucked their souls away?
So what happened was fights going on. You guys all disappear on me. What the hell? Why? Once again, don't ever drop me again. You drop me again, you'll regret it. Got it?
Yep.
Never drop me again. Never.
You know where's the fence in that thing?
Now continue on the story.
Okay.
This-
All right. So you guys left me by myself, just
Fend
laying
for yourself.
useless on the ground for anybody to pick up. But Grimnox and Graybins turned on your golem. I was with this giant and the other orcs, and they went to town and killed the dang golem. The end of that fight, they Graybins disappeared, and Grimnox opened up that bag of, he doesn't know it's a bag of holding, he's not that, but that opened that brown bag that you had the gem in, and he pulled it out, and all of a sudden bodies just started flying and souls started getting sucked. Once again, I'm laying here on the ground just feeling it, and I can't partake in it. Very not happy. I wish Grimnox would have came and picked me up. Maybe he dropped the gem or rolled it out towards his men foolishly and sucked some more souls out. And then, out of the blue, this figure appears across the room.
Nothing that you know of?
It looked like a man, but not a man. And it had a staff and black robes. Had a crackling voice and said, "Thank you for finding my toy after over 100 years of searching for it." And then the gem, he just put his staff out, and the gem just came flying across the room, right onto the hilt of his staff. And then he just started going to town, just killing orc after orc. Grimnox ran out the other side, but not after he even got a hit, like I think at least once, by this green ray that came out of this gem. And this thing just started killing all the orcs and ogres and a giant in the room, and taking their, it looked like it was taking their souls too. However, they're further away. It's not like the ones with the husks, but he seemed to be able to take their souls too, just not as potent. But he's destroyed tons of orcs, and then he disappeared. He vanished.
Graybins didn't come back at all?
Graybins, I didn't feel his presence for some time. Went by, and he seemed to appear, look around, and then he disappeared again.
Lich King.
Alright, well, thank you. I will never let you go again. And
That's
we're
right.
gonna go-
Never drop me again.
We're gonna go kill some more people soon.
Soon, I hope. All right.
Hungry.
Arthur's never going to give you up. He's never going to let you down.
He's gonna run around though.
Alright, we'll keep cleaning up the stuff, and I'll wait till we get back towards like the rolling ball to tell them that.
Okay.
That nugget.
All right. So this is what you guys will collect here. So, one, you're gonna find in one of the orcs, one of the orc generals that you guys believe is an orc general, maybe a spellcaster. You'll find a red ruby eye, like a false eye, like one of his eyes. Is replaced the socket of his eye.
Lovely.
It's not magical. It's worth 550 gold. You'll also find on one of the general two platinum ingots. They're worth 25 platinum pieces each. You're also going to find 5, and this is kind of scattered throughout the room on a couple people, like 5 people to be honest. You find 5 potions of fire resistance. They're red. They all seem to have red liquid in them. You also find 1 +1 longsword, 4 +1 battle axes. You'll find another one of these leader types. You'll find a gold ring with an opal on it worth 170 gold pieces. You'll find 10 +1 crossbow bolts, 10 +1 arrows, and 2 +1 shields.
I don't have a magical shield, do I?
Yes, you do.
Like a +1 thing. I'll take the 10 +1 arrows.
Maybe you do. All right.
What do you guys do?
Arthur's actually going to grab one of those shields of battle.
We're just going to put it all in a pile and carry it.
So
I'll take the 10
What's
arrows.
a shield on his?
one of the key things. So the bag isn't there.
The bag of holding?
Yeah.
No, it's still there.
Okay. The bag is still here.
What about the two-handed axe? I mean,
Oh,
a
the
double axe.
Double axe. Yeah, that got picked up earlier.
Yeah, that's in there. Sorry. Yeah, that's a +1. It's double axe. Just a +1. Yeah, it's just basically
One of them is a double
one
axe.
of them. Yeah.
Oh, my bag of holding is still there? That's great.
Yeah.
We got an extra one even. careful with that one for a while. I'll let one of you hold that.
Oh,
I suggest you don't. I suggest you don't put anything in it for a while.
did
Let's see,
Grimnox? Wait, just okay. You can go.
Does it seem the magic to be any different?
What on the
Or
bag of
detecting
holding?
on the bag of holding?
Nope, seems to be the same.
Transdimensional, whatever,
Mhm.
transmutation.
Yep.
I just want to make sure. Billy said it probably won't be there. Is Grimnox's sword? Did he leave his sword? Drop it anywhere?
Yeah, he didn't.
Billy said it wasn't probable. I just had to ask.
It is improbable, that's true. Alright.
Bitch, didn't they have any kind of weapons?
No.
Oh, shit. It's sorcerer. Besides, she wasn't wearing much, dude.
I know.
I cut off the fire giant's head and let's go back.
Okay. I mean, I'm kind of curious what else is going on, but I sort of want to know if all the orcs are gone.
Yeah, and the fire giant's head is all shriveled up. He'd have been one of the
Bill,
ones.
are there sleeping pallets or anything that looks like where Grimnox might have been sleeping or anything? Or we think that might be in another room.
There's an offshoot. So you guys are kind of doing this. There is an offshoot in here to the and there you definitely will find an area that has throw rugs of probably wolf pelts and bear pelts laying about. However, there doesn't seem to be really anything of value. There's nothing magic that you're getting, and
So she didn't have any kind of weapons or any kind of armor that she might have stashed over here.
Or they took it with them when they left.
yep,
If
no.
they had a chance to.
Well,
They were running to their lives.
I think we get the bodies back and get to Rhia as quick as possible.
Yep.
Nope. What's
Well, we don't have any control, so I don't even know why we're talking. Let's just go.
Yeah, I think she decides.
We just, yeah. Let's just go
We can
back.
say whatever we want. I want to go to Anlin, but it doesn't matter.
I think we go back to the gate then and wait for him to open it.
Right.
Well, that's the only option.
Yeah.
The other option is to wander around here looking to see if we can get killed by something.
Send me a Tiamat.
Whatever this guy creature thing.
Let's head back to the portal and go see Rhia and save her son.
Well, we're gonna go back to the portal and see where she takes us. That's what we're gonna do.
And we can maybe resurrect her son if it takes.
Let's take it one step at a
What
time.
happens here? Let's let the portal open first, guys.
Alright, I'm good. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Should we destroy the bat?
So, are we gonna have some issues getting the body?
Yeah, that's a good idea,
Absolutely.
actually. Is there a way to destroy the bat?
Could just pull
Huh?
a
Like,
tile
take out some of the tiles and let it pour out?
This is stone, and it even seems like there's some magic in there holding it together. This thing, this was forged. This was actually, it would take a long time to do it.
Just spit in it.
What about with the sunblade? Could you cut a hole in the bottom just so it pour out?
It would take some time. You could do it, but it might take an hour or two.
Yeah, that's no, that's a long time.
Let's just go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab a hold of the body of Marcos. Marcos already back there, isn't he?
Yeah, Marcos is already back at the.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab a hold of Talcum. Start
We took care of Talcum a long time ago.
Yeah, we did.
Yep, Talcum's already back there as well.
Oh, and you already moved him back too?
Sloshing Flames or.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna wait while you guys looted.
Okay. Alright, well then let's just go back there and see.
Okay, so you guys get back to the stone thing. You guys think you can slip the bodies through. You may have to kind of take them one at a time and, or roll them down, which probably is a bad idea.
Well, first of all, Slosh, can you even lift this guy? Like, just pick him up off the ground?
Not the giant.
Like, not carrying him.
No, he can't. He's just too. I mean, he weighs
I can lift. I can, I
thousand.
can push, drag, or lift 1,080 pounds. So
Yeah, so you can barely do it.
So you can lift it?
I lift him up.
Yeah, but walking with him is
No,
completely
he doesn't have to
different
walk.
than just lift him up. He can lift him up.
Just lift him up.
Door.
I did.
Dimension door down.
Okay, so dimension door down. Okay, that'll work. Yeah. Yeah, so if you do
I
that.
think talcum's a little easier, right?
Yeah, you know, talcum's still like the size of a, small horse.
Right.
But yeah, you guys will be able to get them down and get everybody down. Just go out.
Nobody gets rolled on.
They do.
In a bad way.
Not in a
Right.
bad way.
Not badly enough to worry about it.
No. You're good. All right, so you guys go to the portal, and it goes on. Yes, you guys get in front of there. You have Marcos and Talcum.
Yep.
I'll
And
push
I'll
Calvin
grab
through.
the arms. Goes dragging.
Kavakai's blessing, please.
Me and Flames will bring Talcum to the...
Malachi, bless you, Vega.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
you will stay awake through this ordeal of going forward.
Sending to King Advoice before I go through.
All right.
Marcos recovered. Traveling through portal, unsure of destination.
Okay. Say the portal. Probably get this back as the portal's open. The portal's not open on this side.
Guys, we're going to see Rhia. Sorry about that, Rhia.
We hope.
All right. So you guys go through.
Nope.
All right. Give me a saving throw, Vega.
Thank you. Okay, no problem. 1923.
All right. Perfect. All right. So you guys go through, and you are in Rhea's.
Cloud Giant.
Rhea's room, her teleportation room. And she stands over there looking, and she'll come down and, hold her son in her, in her arms, and she's crying,
Do not cry, young lady. We can bring him back.
Young lady, I'm way older than you.
You look like a young lady to me. Pretty as a newborn flower.
He can try to be nice and yet
So,
trip over a stone on his way.
We apologize for the delay in the state of your son. Yeah, we're very sad for you. I do believe that between Mardor and myself, we may be able to bring you back.
Well, she's crying, and she says, well, I hope so. I felt his death hours ago.
Yes, we had a vision and we saw it as well, so very sorry. Do you think that there is any reason that the protections around this location will stop your son's soul from returning?
Not that I know of, no. But that's not my forte, but not that I know.
Can I make a roll and can I chat with Mardor about that?
Yeah, both of you can go ahead and go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay. Do we do advantage or roll separately?
No advantage. You have advantage.
I got you there, JD. All right, 23.
Yeah, you don't think, consulting, you don't think it really seems to be more in the sense of being able to, she can't communicate to the outside, but, I mean, it is a magical place, but you don't think in the sense that, Kavakai he's been able to, Mardor's been able to use his spells here, so...
Sure.
It's not in the sense that it's blocking his ability.
Do I think the benefit of having Rhia present for ritual?
I mean, yeah, having her present absolutely would help in the ritual, for sure, without a doubt.
I'm going to put my dwarven thrower in the ritual.
What did you say there?
I said I'm going to put my dwarven thrower in the ritual.
Yes. You're not even being light and the.
It's the anti-giant weapon. The other one wouldn't be any better.
You suck your soul right back in.
All right. So what do you guys do?
Does she have a? Does she have a raised? She have like a place we can place the body. Start the ritual.
Yeah. So you guys, you can.
In the garden, maybe.
Yeah. She'll take you guys to the garden, into that room, where the garden is, and be able to put them on a stone bench there.
Maybe we'll be heroes of the dwarves again, and I could get a ring of invisibility.
A ring of invisibility with a sunblade. So subtle.
You see glow.
Just blade.
You see a dancing light.
No, you just see glow.
No, you see the blade.
You do?
With that weapon, yeah, it's like a whole.
Oh, like a flame. Just the
You
flame.
see the flame running
So we'll
around.
try to clean his body. We'll see if she has some clothing that's more appropriate for him than the weird dirty loincloth.
Yeah, she'll clean him up.
Wait,
and
hold
put him in, some robes. Have them all cleaned up.
And I will cast as a ritual gentle repose to help prepare the body.
Okay.
Nice.
He's taking and he's smoking.
And then
Placing,
I'll remind
bathing in it.
everyone we tried this once before and it didn't work. So anyone who doesn't feel that they can make some connection to Marcos or say something nice, you should just leave the room. Wow.
Save our walk out, yeah.
Yeah, the dwarf should have.
I'm
for
leaving
sure.
too.
Yeah, they mine so you can.
Flamethrower does too.
Themsor leaves. Alright.
Doesn't have any.
Baymar, you sticking around or you leaving?
Slosh will leave the room.
I don't think you need me.
No, it's up to you. Don't let you go. Feel free to go.
If anything, I'll die in this process somehow.
We need Maidmar's life in order to give Mark.
And that guy's eye.
It's not a good set. Shouldn't be unless you die. Alright, Fu, are you sticking around to help out?
Yes.
Excellent. Yep. You have a few words you can say?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right. So Rhia will. So who's gonna perform the ritual? You or
I don't think we're gonna
Margot?
flip a coin. I don't know. I did it once before, but it didn't work, Marcos. Or Margot, sorry.
Perhaps your faith in your God is not strong enough.
Yeah, that's definitely half the problem, and also that's irrelevant.
In your eyes. And hence the reason your spell failed.
Well, we'll
The
see.
guy has the power to restore life. Great creature.
Yep. So do other people too. But are you saying you want to do it?
It's up to you. Know what? I will
Leave it up
assist
to
you.
Rhia.
I will assist you and allow you to attempt to raise him. And if you fail, then I shall show you what true power is.
Yeah, it works that way, but okay.
It is Vegas.
Just do it, Megan.
Goes in my head. I'm like, I don't know if it'll work twice, but sure.
Okay.
Actually, I'll go up to Rita and I'll say, prefer that Marcos and kind of. He is a man of the mountains.
Well, you say you have failed once before. Have you performed this duty at all, Mardor? She says.
Never. I
He
have
has a
performed lesser
There's a
version.
failure and a
A
virgin.
lesser version of this I have cast before, but not this particular spell. I've never tried to bring a soul back from this that's been gone for this long.
I think with your presence, we're going to.
More than a minute.
Okay, then yeah. Why don't Mardor you go ahead and do it? If you have the words.
Afterwards.
All right, then let's have.
Vega will be saying the words, not
Right,
Mardor.
then let's have Vega do it then, and not Mardor.
She is much more eloquent in her words than I am. That I will give.
Okay, so, and she'll say, please, Marcos, return to me. You're my love, my hope, my everything. I have no reason to continue on if I don't have you in my life. God, please bring him back. He did not harm anyone. He was a child. He did not cause ill will to anyone, and this is a travesty of what happened to him. So please bring him back.
It's all your fault.
And she holds his hand and kneels by his side, is
Nice.
waiting.
Mardor is.
Sorry.
Mardor is going to briefly say, he'll bow his head and place his hand upon the chest of Marcos and say, Kavakai, please help us to restore this. He is one of our kindred and also one of your children. And then he will look at Vega and nod.
Cool. And Vega will say, Marcos, your mother waits for your return here at Harthron. Her love for you is boundless. She would burn cities to the ground for you, literally. I channel the love and the voice of your mother. She bids you to recall walking through the gnarled wood forest together, and you will do so again. Return to us so that you may see her.
Hey, Marcos. I have yet to meet the person you are, but I know the dedication that your mother has for you. She placed her faith in us so that we would hopefully bring you back alive. Our failure only causes her more pain. I hope that Nuthar and any other will let you come here, join your mother, and ease her pain. And then we can drink and get drunk.
All right. All right. So you guys say your words. You cast your spell, Vega.
Yep.
Okay. And so, as you see, as you're watching this, as you guys are witnessing this, you see almost in a sense that his eyes seem to kind of flutter like they're about to open. However, then this green mist comes out his mouth and around his body, and he does not regain consciousness.
Oh, shit.
So Arcana, what do I think the green mist is?
Does this green mist look like the same stuff as the gem?
Go ahead, make the rolls.
27 on Arcana.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely looks like the same mist that came out of the gem and would suck the souls. However, this seemed to have some sort of different effect, like it's keeping the soul in the body and not releasing it.
I'm digging.
This spell?
Oh boy.
So like his soul is present in his body, but he's dead.
It's like his soul is trapped in his body and can't be awoken.
So he's like alive, but not alive.
Not alive, but he's not in his resting place either.
Is he breathing?
No. Nope, he is still dead. You saw his eyes sort of flutter. There is a little bit of warmth on his body, and probably more to what Fumo did with his spell, the gentle repose. So there's some warmth. His body's not decaying. It's not, but he does not seem to awake from when you try to do this. It seemed like it started to, and then this green mist came out of his mouth and kind of went around his body ever so lightly. And
Does it disappear?
the mist, yes, ends up just going away after a quick second of it kind of coming out, a couple seconds, and then disappears.
Marta, do you want to see if Kavakai can intercede?
Bill, I want to make a religion check if I think that my spell will do any more, or this is beyond our normal spells.
Okay.
I can aid you on that.
Yep, go ahead. At advantage.
You're probably higher.
Oh, an advantage. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, well, okay. What does 8 give me? Or is that just the advantage?
Advantage. You just roll 2
So
d20.
24.
Okay, you don't think it's the spell. You think it's some other sort of cause, but you're not sure on that cause. But you think the spell, Vegas spell, worked, but something more powerful is at hand here.
Okay. Then I will relay that. Vega understands his failure. I will tell everyone the spell did work, but something else is keeping his soul from completely reconnecting with his body. Though his soul is still here within the husk that is his brutal form.
So she's gonna say. So Rhea's like, well, what about taking him somewhere else, away from here, away from Terran, to another land? Would that work?
Maybe.
Oh wow. That far away?
Maybe, man.
I don't know. Something.
That's good. It's a good idea.
Is there any
No,
harm?
I was going to suggest Sunterhold. They have a powerful priest there.
Well, we'll take him there. Take him there now.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go. And she picks up her son and starts opens the door.
I'm sorry. We need help. Come too. Sorry.
You gonna take him with?
I agree.
All right. So grab everyone. Let's go. Grab Talcum, please, Sean Ben.
All right. So yeah. So you guys go back to.
We're going to the doors?
Huh?
Where are we going? Sunterhold?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Me and Flamestorm will go first.
With talcum.
Yes.
All right. So you guys. All right. And then so once again, Slosh will pick you up once you guys get there.
Oh
and
yeah.
say,
Have your blessing, please, Martyr. Martyr. You're muted, Martyr.
Did we lose Mardor?
I'm on a call right now with my maker.
All right.
That's
So we'll
fine.
give him a blessing. I'll give you a
All right, Will's
blessing.
gonna be blessed this week.
All
All right,
right.
I'll take it.
Yep.
DM's blessing, even better than Mordor's.
All right, I'm gonna have to burn another luck die here.
All right.
I'm gonna have to burn my final luck die here. Shit.
Well, at
All
least
right,
you
no
won't be
problem.
fighting the rest of
I'm
the
out of
session.
luck dice, Bilbo.
All right.
Shit. But yeah, no problem. 25 or 6.
Got it. All right. All right. So you guys step on through, and you see the dwarven army just there, and you see Battleheart there.
So lay your arms down where we have to raise this giant's son.
We're bringing him through.
Oh, we're bringing him through. Oh, she's
Yeah, you bring him through. Yeah, you bring him
Yeah,
through.
she was gonna hand him to.
Yeah,
Mardor.
Mardor. Here, yeah, Mardor. You drags him through. So.
I forgot that.
And they should have the litters there for both bodies.
Yes, yeah, they do. Yeah, the donkeys are there. They'll be able to take both their bodies and pull them through.
And we'll, of course, right away ask for Lady Chris. Is that right?
Corinne, and she's there.
Corinne, thank you.
Yeah.
Where's next?
You guys stepped through. You didn't even see next.
No, I don't step through yet. I'm talking to her. Because we're at the portal. She's handing him off. I said, where's next?
So you go through or whatever?
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah. You were a little angry, weren't you?
I was very angry. I'm glad you brought my son back. Now go and bring him back to life for me.
Very nice.
Sucks to be him.
Anger management problems.
All right, so everybody almost steps through that and goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's next?
Don't get on her bad side.
Glad I wasn't there when that shit happened.
All right, so we'll Gartha, do you want to inform them of where we're at? And I'll, Lady Corinne.
Yeah, you can go bring the body. Oh, yeah, we gotta explain that first. So we need to bring this body back and raise this giant. For Rhia was helping us teleport, as you know, and she is not very happy with her son being dead. But when we tried to raise him, this green mist came from it and didn't allow us to attain his soul and to bring him back to the real life. He is stuck in between the plane of living and dead.
All right, well, let's take him to the church. Let's take him to the temple here, and I'll take another look. What's up, buddy?
Right, so three of us.
No.
Gartha, actually, why don't you tell them about the fight and what we learned, and I'll take care of the body.
We killed a golem.
Didn't like that answer.
How am I
Calm
going to
down.
explain that one to them? We fought a golem to free the giant, and he
It was great. It fell in flames over them.
shot out these rays of blindness and slowed us down for a little bit.
Okay.
Then we
What's
ventured
that?
into
Is
the
that my computer?
Yeah.
then ventured into the room where we had the big fight, and I have this thing that talks to me. It's a weapon,
Okay.
and
Yeah. Oh, so you have a.
intelligent weapon, yes.
Okay. Yes, those exist. Yeah,
And,
we know those.
it
Even
was
some dwarves make some of those.
It was able to observe the exchange of gem to its rightful owner, apparently. And Grimnox and Grabins had slain the golem that had the gem. And as Grabins left, Grimnox pulled the gem out of the bag, sucking all the souls that were around him at that time. And furthermore, the stupid orc rolled the gem right into his own army and killed about 100 more orcs. And as that happened, a humanish figure appeared in robes and a staff. And as that happened, the orb got pulled into the staff from across the room.
Your hammer talks to you. I think the human figure might have been dead too.
Okay. Might have been a dead human figure, so something along the lines of vampire or lich, maybe, I don't know. Pulled in the orb from across the room, sucking souls as it walked across the room, floated across the room, and when it regained its power with the staff, it was able to go even further than just 10 feet around the orb.
Was it male or female?
Was it a male?
He goes, yeah, it was a guy. It was a male.
It was a male.
Female.
It was a male figure. And
Okay.
he was able to
I was
reach
worried might have been the witch.
people from hundreds of feet away from him, not doing the same thing as taking their husk away, but still being able to suck their soul into the weapon.
Well, that's not
But
good.
Grimnox and Grabins were able to escape.
yeah, Ruin House is watching their movements as we speak. So keep that heart.
Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to disappear.
No, that's no problem.
It's all right.
I understand. So
My trainee's wife's water just froze. Not gonna be a birthday.
okay, all right, all right. So
There you go, YouTube.
all right. So he says, why don't we go? Why don't we all go to the temple?
Yep.
Take him there and your gold dragon. So yeah, they'll take you over to the temple. Should have that. So
Perfect setup.
And we'll describe the green mist.
Let's go kill
Yeah.
that guy.
It's small too.
Well, I'm definitely doing it to detect magic again, and trying to like focus on his body.
there's no magic on him. No magic.
Other than general repose.
So yeah, the gentle repose. Yeah, that lasts for a long time.
10 days.
10 days. Yeah. So that's the only thing that's there still. So all right.
You can have it.
You can hear the wailings
The
of the
wailings
sad
of-
dwarfs in the back.
That's Rhia, man.
Sad halfling that can't play Dungeons and Dragons yet. He's got a while. Maybe we'll let him play next year when he's 4.
I need his voice on my goblin for the curse of strong.
He's not playing until he's 6.
Gary's son started playing when he was 4, but I don't think he was playing on Twitch, not for sure at 4, of course. But apparently, Gary's son was playing at 4 and DMing by 8. So at least in the family, just his sisters. So
When I might DM, we could get him in.
yeah, maybe that'll be a house thing. We'll try him out.
Like
in another
IDM
year. We'll
with-
see. All right, so you bring him on into. They bring you to the temple here, and gather you all around the altar. And Lady Corinne says this will take a while, but if you can just all kind of pray to whoever you might pray to, and let me try a ritual here. And so she is going to take about an hour through prayer and big service with some of the dwarven clergy here and so on. And she casts resurrection. And once again, as you guys watch this, his eyes
Raised dead or resurrection?
Resurrection.
Yeah, thank you.
So his eyes open more than what happened when Vega performed the raised dead ritual. So his eyes open, he gasps for air, and then the green mist once again comes out from his breath, goes around his body, and then once again goes back in.
He's a motherfucker.
And he goes back down unconscious again.
Let's mummify the Cloud Giant.
Please tell me he's alive. Please, alive.
Corinne, I believe that he must go even further away to another land to be raised. He cannot be raised here. Whatever this magic, this dark, necrotic magic is keeping his soul trapped in his body. He's still there. He is there but not there. He is not dead but not undead. He is somewhere in between. You can't escape. My recommendation is that he goes somewhere else. I don't know, Tamra or somewhere further.
Even to another plane, we might need.
To one of the.
Or yes,
wizards.
another plane of existence could be the case.
We might need Albo's help again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Take him to Tiamat the first
No,
night
all of
out.
us not some sort of cash machine. We just pull whatever we want at money. These people can
She looks at you.
transport across planes.
Tiamat? I don't think Tiamat will help.
She doesn't seem very present on this land.
That's good
Planeshift
thing.
is not that hard of a spell.
So
Do you think one of the casters here could teleport us to the Rack Mountains? I assume you have relations with those dwarves. Would that be far enough away?
Yes. Actually, we would prefer to go to Stonehar. The Rack Mountains is under Garino's control. We wouldn't want to go there. Any dwarves there are revolutionary dwarves, and they won't have anybody powerful enough to do that. But in Stonehar, there are people that are powerful enough to do resurrection on him.
Is that far enough away?
I don't know. I just don't think whatever it is, it's here. This dark presence is here, and maybe if you take him away, that dark presence might not be able to reach that far.
So
You think it's the same issue with Talcum?
She'll study Talcum, and she says without performing a ritual, it's too hard to tell, but I wouldn't be surprised if they died in the same location,
He died much closer to it.
and that it very well could be the same. I just can't tell with
Talcum
him.
did die before the creature was released. I don't know if that matters, but
I don't know either, to be honest. I can't tell with that.
So we could go to Stonehar by teleport, but we could also get Rhia to open the portal and say we need to go to Stonehar, right? In fact, she might even be able to open it directly from here to Stonehar. And that would be useful for you guys in the future.
What about Anlin's teleportation?
it's all gone. Well, their circle, their portal is there. Their circle is gone. But it's not very far away, and there's no one there to cast it except for me. I think Fumo's idea is pretty good, though.
I would agree. Like Corinne said, I would agree that Fumo's idea is probably the best idea. Is to have Rhia open up the portal to Stonehar.
Can you send an emissary with us?
Yeah,
to make contact with the Stonehar dwarves?
Of course. She says I'll go.
Alright, so then let's get a piece of parchment and write the word Stonehar in giant. We'll stand beneath the portal entrance and hold it up and opens it.
Okay. All right. So he'll get a big old piece of wood and write down, please, send us to Stonehar. This shows they're very specific, and write that in there, and so Corinne, Lady Corinne will go with you. You guys all are going.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna go buy her Vorpal sword or something.
Yes. Oh, Mardor.
Mardor has left the area, and there is a notable name there.
Okay, what's this note say?
It says,
Always a player for the drama.
my friends, please forgive me, but I cannot be deterred. With all the evil that's here now, I must locate and protect my people to the best of my ability. You are obviously in good hands with Vega and Fumo, both of which have clerical powers equal or more powerful than mine. I wish you all well and hope to cross paths with you, your companion,
All right, so maybe at the end of the ritual you leave the note and walk on out as they're all, when no one's looking. All right, Mardor.
Once I see that note, I'm gonna go to Battleheart, who I assume is wandering nearby.
Oh yeah, he's here with this ritual. Yeah.
So I'm gonna slip him the medallion for Mardor. The big blue guy is leaving. Before he gets out, can you give this to him?
Yeah, absolutely.
I assume he can't sneak in reality.
No, yeah, yeah.
Well, it's saving for him.
I understand. Anyway, I just handed it to him. I gotta go. But
Yeah. So yeah, Battleheart says I'll talk to him. I'll get to it.
Okay.
And he'll
Thank
leave you and Corinne and head on out right away. So you guys get a couple of dwarves bring you, like I said, they'll have the sign open. Please open the portal to Stonehar. You have.
In truth, we'll probably need 8 dwarves to carry the litter too. The 2 litters.
Yeah. So yeah, she'll have.
You at least.
Yeah. So. Well, yeah, and Corinne's a lot of you guys have able bodies too, she says. But yeah, she'll bring out some dwarven clergy with her too. So she'll bring her entourage. So
How long has it been since you've been to Stonehar?
Ages.
Oh.
Ages. So all right, and sure enough, the portal opens. And you guys walk on.
Oh, Lady Corinne, can you give me a blessing, please?
Oh yeah, so she'll that's very nice. She looks at you. Okay, I bless.
The blessing of your God. Thank you.
I bless you here. Was it Barvendor? Barvendor blesses you.
Oh shit! I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1.
Oh no! All right, so that's where we're gonna leave the episode tonight. Vega goes through and is unconscious.
And the one-time Slosh
and bleeding out.
And the one-time Slosh isn't carrying her.
Slosh carries her. Yeah, Slosh
didn't mention that.
automatic.
I almost caught you there.
No, Slosh always carries her through the teleportation.
Yeah,
He knows. So.
Mardor, that's such a sad ending.
Everything's sad in D&D.
It's been really a fun run, but
Okay, Alex. Yeah, well, and hopefully in a couple of months, you might be able to return, you switch to nights, or even, like I said, you're always welcome just if you want to even come and play one night, and that you're free, and you want to come and play an NPC or something, or maybe Mardor appears and helps out the new group at some time when we go to that. But this story is not over. That's for sure. It's just the end of this story for Mardor. That is the case. So, but of course we'll see JD on Wednesdays. With the tales. So, great session, guys. I hope I have you all in suspense here with what is happening.
No one die on Terran anymore. You're gonna get raised.
Yes, no one die on Terran.
D&D stands for do not die.
Do not die.
Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah.
I'll push that. I'll push.
Oh, remember what you said.
Except Bademar's gonna push that.
Let's see if Tiamat's stronger than this curse.
Do not die. Tiamat's stronger than this curse.
Tiamat dies.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sign out. For anybody that's watching on us on Twitch, thanks for watching. Please hit the follow button if you made it this far watching us. Hit the follow button. You know when we're on live. We also have this on YouTube. Please hit the like, subscribe button there as well. It helps. We're trying to grow our channel, get more people watching us, see our game. I believe we put out a pretty good game. We will be back Wednesday nights where at 7:30 Central Time, where we are doing Tales from the Yawning Portal. We will be back next Saturday night, probably starting at 7 p.m. We'll see, but it will be probably normally 7 to 9:30. But if you're following me on Twitter, I always put out when we're on live too. So we'll be back. And then, of course, in 2 weeks from now, we will be doing a crazy 14-hour stream of Curse of Strahd right from the beginning with a few twists and turns that I have planned to throw in there. So it'll be a really good, fun horror show. If you want to see a good horror game, come and check us out. So with that, remember, it's cool to be a geek. Pass it on. Have a good night.